in his inaugural speech, had said that he was willing to work with opposition party members who didn't win the election to move the country forward. Has an invitation like that been extended to you, and would you be willing, for the collective good of the nation, to offer some of your ideas and options to this particular government to move Nigeria forward? And second of all, very important statement you made during your appearance at Princeton University, that the leaders in Nigeria must have the right qualifications. That can be a bit vague. When you say right qualifications, are you saying that they should upgrade the minimum standard for who would become president or governor from being just having a school leaving certificate, or qualifications in terms of bringing experience, what you bring to that office? So just those two questions. Would you be willing to work with this government for the good of this nation, because people are suffering, with your great ideas to work with this government? And second of all, what do you mean by right qualifications for whoever it is that should lead this nation?
Okay, let me go ahead and tell you. We are at a point where we're challenging the process. These are part of what makes a nation. The process through which people come into office or assume or achieve anything is far more fundamental than what they do thereafter. It is important that the people come through the right door and not just jump into through the window and start saying, okay, let's move on, let's clean it up, let's do this and everything. No. So we're challenging the process. And that has to come to a logical end before any other thing. And it has to be something that people will seemingly, that's why I said, we have to begin by doing the right things. And not doing the right things is having the right process. On issue of qualification, I never said anything with regards to improving the degree or doing this. The issue of qualification is the issue of leaders making statements, doing things that are honest and truthful. This is an issue of honor and integrity. It is the foundation on which you build society. If you look at what is happening in Nigeria today, there's so many issues of certificates, age, all sorts of one falsification or the other, all over, within the leaders. There's no way people can be doing this and be able to do the right things, because that means they live in a falsified life. And that is not good morally, and a sign it should be given to the society. There's so many great people in the world who did not go to school. And I can tell you, America today, one of the highest, or I would say the greatest president America has ever had, is Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln did not go to a formal school. In fact, his entire education is less than 1 year formal education, because he came from a very extremely poor family. His education was by borrowing books and everything, which he did later. But he was able to show, if you read his history, you show that he came from a very poor home and did not have formal education. He didn't have to say he read the PhD here or he did this one here, and then there's an argument like what we're having all over Nigeria today, which is bringing the credibility of our nation into question. If you come to the UK, one of the greatest prime ministers is Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill is known to have had a poor academic record. In fact, his academic record was very bad that his father had to enlist him in the army. Even when he went to take an exam to be able to be enlisted into the British Military Academy, he sat it 3 times before he could pass. Eventually, he became a prime minister, became a great prime minister. You go to the corporate world, the biggest company we have today in terms of market value is Apple. The founder is a dropout, a school dropout. His history shows that. The second biggest company is Microsoft. At least Apple today is about 2.9, if I'm right, about 2.9 trillion company, when African GDP is about 2.9. So it's about the same thing as African GDP. The second biggest company is Microsoft, founded by Bill Gates. Bill Gates is a university dropout. It's written there. It's not, there's no question. The fourth richest person in the world, Larry Ellison, is a poor person. The mother had to give up for adoption when he was 9 months.
All right. So that's
So you don't really have to have all the degrees in the world to be great. But you need to be honorable about your past, so we can know who exactly you are and everything. The world are bound by great people who have poor past and no education, and that forms part of their greatness.
all right. We'll take a quick break, so just so we can get back that connection, and when we come back.
If I forget any of them, Rufai, I will call you. On issue of Niger, Rufai, I will not go. First, let me say it, I am completely against military intervention as a process of leaders emerging. Totally. I'm a believer in a democratic process, and through an elected, genuinely elected process. I know in Africa, at times you can actually question whether there's a difference between military coups and elections, what we call elections, the way we do it with the rascality. However, I'm a Democrat and I believe in democracy, and that should be the process. Will I go to war? Again, capital no. Reason being, I'll go, reason being that we have war at home. You cannot go to war externally when you have war at home. If you look at our budget this year, because I want to link it to what you said about the economy, our budget this year is 21.5 trillion. About that. Our revenue, expected revenue, is about 10 trillion, which means we have a deficit of 53.5%, which is about 11.5 trillion. That's what you're lacking. That is all. Rufai, I read from the President's National Security Advisor that we are losing 400,000 barrels of crude oil every day. If that is true, if you multiply by our benchmark, which is below the pricing today, that's about $30 million a day. And you put $30 million in 1 year, it will be about $10.9 or $11 billion. $11 billion. About that. About $11 billion. If you say you use, we just said it's $1,003, but let's use 900. If you use 1,000, you have 11 trillion naira, which I know is not all your money, but what does it show? So you have a deficit of 11.5. You're losing about 11 trillion somewhere. And then what it then shows, Rufai, is that if you put this, consider illegal mining of our minerals all over the country by foreigners and locals alike, consider other revenue leakages that is coming, what it then shows is that If you fight this war internally and be able to deal with this, you can be able to generate a revenue of between 20 and 25 trillion. By the time you now decide to even borrow additional 10 to make it 35 trillion, which is where our budget should have been today, I can tell you, not only that have you reduced your borrowing to 30%, but all those things are achievable. So for me, the only war Nigeria needs now is war on insecurity and war in economy. And I'm going to deploy everything that is available to ensure that we win it. Because that is the core of our problem. You mentioned how we're going to defend the Naira. Rufai, if you today secure Nigeria, deal with issue of all revenue leakages, brought a bit of stability in it, I can tell you, you stabilize your currency. One is that you'll be able to export more and more revenue that will be able to increase your reserve and have available. You'll be able to have Nigerians all over the world bringing in their own investment, and you'll be able to attract foreign investors. You're going around trying to bring in foreign investors in an insecure war-torn area does not work. If you do the proper things, tackle the supposed problems, you'll be able to have additional funding, not just to be able to manage. It's done everywhere, Rufai. And you say step by step and give you how will you turn around the economy. That's just I tell you. If you look at what I've been saying from beginning, moving it from production, from consumption to production, this is the way you start it.
Mr. B.
You first have to, government will tell you today, we are short of revenue, our revenues are not this. Rufai, if you do the right things, you will generate additional revenue. And the way to do it is step by step what I'm telling you today. People will say to me, you said you are going to put 1 trillion to 1,000 companies, 1 million to 4 million SMEs. It will be 4 trillion. How are you going to do it? I've just shown you that if you're able to manage the leakages within your own system, you'll be able to generate more income, and your borrowing will help to ensure that you allocate up to 50-60% of your annual budget to area of production. And if you do that for a period of 1 to 3 years, you will see that you generate more revenue. The budgeting today, both for federal and state of Nigeria, should be a combined budgeting of not less than 50 trillion, which is just about $50 billion annually. If you compare the size of the country, and if you get it right, I can tell you,
Mr. B,
it is not as, it
Mr.
is difficult.
B, if you can hear me.
But you have to do it.
Mr. B, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we're already overrunning,
I
wanted to ask you a personal question. The Princeton event was in honor of Chinua Achebe,
yes.
And you quoted him, playing on his
Yes.
statement. You said there will be a country. Again, optimism on your part. But about the same time, the Anambra International Airport, was named after Chinua Achebe. Quickly, if you can do that in 30 seconds.
What did you say? Just 1 minute. That's...
No, your reference to Chinua Achebe in Princeton.
Yeah. Well, if you look at my tweet yesterday, I congratulated Governor Soludo for naming the airport after Chinua Achebe. I said that in prison, I maintained that what Chinua Achebe lamented for 40 years ago is still there today and is worsening. Like I said, and I quote, he said, the problem of Nigeria is simple and squarely.
Thank you so much, Madam Irene. Thank you.
About the issue of low income workers only falling into the category of the wage bill, and they supported that, and that has we did communicate with Mr. President, and he quickly did say and agree that that all categories of workers will be given the wage bill. There's nothing like low income, mid income, or high income.
All right. Owing to chatter on Twitter, I must say now, our famous X is now a great tool to have. Well, thank you very much to Twitter, X now known. Well, the Labour Union rejected the 25,000 Naira provisional wage increment in a bid to avert the planned indefinite nationwide strike set to commence on Tuesday, October 3rd. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu approved 35,000 Naira as the provisional wage increment for all Treasury-paid federal government workers for the period of 6 months. Let's take some reactions. This is from Olu. He wrote, if the NLC agrees to this provisional wage proposition by the federal government, then it should just be scrapped already. What real impact will it have, even in the short term? And what follows after this? On what projections is the government making this offer? Well, Ken wrote, the clear and grave danger in our hands is a situation where there is no collective bargaining between the government and the Nigerian workers through the NLC. The government alone decides and then shoves it down the throat of organized labor. Democracy is gone. Well, Columbus wrote, it is too sad that the federal government continue insulting their citizens in the name of minimum wage. A bag of rice is 48 to 50,000 Naira, while the federal government is shamelessly announcing 35,000 Naira wage. What is National Assembly's monthly allowance? Over to you, Rufai.
I think it's time that government officials to stop shaming the government and shaming Nigerians. I mean, what's the meaning of chatter on Twitter?
Chatter on Twitter.
So it's chatter on Twitter that people use to make government policies, right? So now, if government says something and I get 100 people and 1,000 bots on Twitter and talk against that policy, government official will say, okay, based on chatter on Twitter, let's change it. Let's change government policy. We've become a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a bleeding joke. For Christ's sake, what nation have we built? Chatter on Twitter. For a labor matter that has been in dispute, the labor government set up a committee to jointly review on the 19th of June. Nothing came out of it. They are setting up another committee. Nothing came out of it. The president made an announcement. And who wrote that speech by saying, low grade average workers? Very derogatory tone. They can't specify the grade level. Then a couple of hours later, then they just called the president to rescind his speech and add 10,000 Naira more. And they said, based on chatter on Twitter, who did this to us as a nation? What have we become? I mean, see, if you can't tell the truth because of your tribal or religious affiliation and you see a wrecking ball happen and you keep quiet, you are worse than the problem. I'm going to quote Professor Wole Soyinka, the man in you died that day. What has happened to us as a nation? For pertinent national issues that have lingered for a while, it's chatter on Twitter that make people change their mind. You took this decision without the NLC. You made a lot of other very nebulous decisions
without the NLC.
And when we speak the truth, they say, oh, it's emotional.
No, this is real.
See, you guys don't understand how dire things have become in Nigeria. We're a joke to the world. Nobody respects the giant of Africa any longer. Look at what ordinary Niger did to us. Look at what ordinary Niger did to us. And now we are seated here, we are saying, and this is the chief of staff to the president.
All right.
Chatter on Twitter.
Dr.
Please, I want the government to go and introspect and have dialogue with labor this time around with the mindset of fixing the problem and stop making very nebulous pronouncements like we will fast track CNG. Huh?
Rufai.
Specific dates. This is a government.
It is the truth.
This is a government. This is not a tea party. This is a government. The government.
Dr. Abati, chatter on Twitter. That's the point. I want you.
They held a joint press briefing afterwards to inform that they'd come to a few agreements. However, as has been mentioned, would this agreement or promises at best be satisfactory for organized labor and the Nigerian people whom they represent? As has been said, at best, the announcement or the communication from the meeting looked like a hastily put together agreement just to stall the planned strike, which has been described as the mother of all strike actions, whereby the nation will be shut down and organized labor have enjoined as many people as possible to participate in this strike. And so obviously the federal government is scrambling to ensure that, this doesn't happen. However, is this good enough for organized labor? Is this good enough for the Nigerian people? And is this good enough to stall this strike? They've said the right things, mentioned the right words. However, they haven't responded to some of the critical questions raised by the NLC in their independent speech yesterday as delivered and signed off by Comrade Joe Ajaero. He asked some very pertinent questions, and I believe that those questions ought to be evaluated, and perhaps, federal government should respond to that. I don't know if he brought it up during their conversation yesterday, but he spoke about the refineries in that address. He spoke about the fact that Nigerians who were 133 million in multidimensional poverty about a year or two ago that number has increased because of the attendant effect of your subsidy removal. What we've seen again and again, and which we talked about on the show, it's quite unfortunate that this government seems not to have come in prepared to respond to some of the pertinent issues they talked about during campaign season. And so whilst they make the right soundbite, when it comes to the implementation of it, it becomes problematic. And so yesterday during the president's speech, he had talked about the fact that, you had to take certain decisions, especially as it applies to reforms. However, Nigerians, I have to say that Nigerians are not opposed to the idea of reform or changes, as we saw with the unification of the foreign exchange and also with fuel subsidy removal. It's the implementation and the obvious lack of thought in terms of processes. So it doesn't inspire lots of confidence when they come up with ideas around paying conditional cash transfers to 15 million households without a concrete plan in place. The talk about the fact that they're going to pay 35,000 naira. Again, within 24 hours, a change from the president's speech. So it feels as if they're just working as they go on. There's no consultation, the obvious consultation, the basis for their arriving at that number, the basis for the arrival of who will be the beneficiary of that amount. Those are some of the conversations and concerns for a number of Nigerians that we need to have. We need to have policies that are well thought out, relevant stakeholders consulted, and properly implemented. We move on to our next story. A United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois has ordered Chicago State University, CSU, to release the academic records of President Bola Tinubu to Nigeria's former vice president and the presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party, PDP, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, unfailingly by midday today, October 2nd. The court ordered that deposition of the university must be completed by tomorrow, Tuesday, October 3. The order followed Honorable Nancy Maldonado's overruling of Tinubu's objection to the release of his academic records at CSU to Atiku. Maldonado's order, which came after nearly 2 months of fierce legal fireworks in the U.S. over the authenticity of the diploma certificate paraded by Nigeria's president, was expected to resolve all controversies over Tinubu's educational qualifications, which had been raging for nearly 3 decades. Maldonado, in her court judgment delivered on September 30, emphasized, and I quote, that it is expressing no view on the merits of Mr. Abubakar's claims regarding President Tinubu's graduation from CSU or on the validity of the Nigerian election. Nor is this court taking any position on what any of the documents or testimony from CSU may or...
Okay. For the past couple of days now, they've been doing this. I don't know. I don't know what's happening, man. These guys. Okay, good. You guys can hear me now. Thank you. Yes, this is what we get from these satanic people. But meanwhile, okay, let me quickly put this on. One moment.
forbidding
gets from the Chicago State University Gilbert, insisting that Atiku social media was awash on Independence Day with reactions trailing the order by a United States District Court directing the Chicago State University to release the credentials of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Nigeria's former Vice President Atiku Abubakar no later than today, October 2nd. Justice Nancy Maldonado of the U.S. District Court dismissed Tinubu's objection to the September 20 decision of Magistrate Judge Jeffrey Gilbert, insisting that Atiku had the right to have access to the records. She directed CSU to produce all relevant and non-privileged documents and also cautioned Tinubu that any request for a stay before the court will be denied. Atiku had asked for the documents for use in the Nigerian courts to support his argument that Tinubu forged a diploma certificate he claimed to have obtained from CSU in 1979 and submitted to INEC for the 2023 presidential elections. Well, let's take some reactions, Ayo, before I come to you. This is from Bayo Ononuga, who wrote, Tinubu's personal lawyer, senior advocate of Nigeria, Babatunde Ogala, said whatever document Atiku gets from the Chicago State University is no longer useful. The headless mob is, I can't say this word, excited over nothing. The documents can no longer be used. It is of no value. We have passed that stage. Ogala broke down the request of Atiku to CSU, some of which the school already gave to the Presidential Election Petition Court before 6th September judgment, in which it dismissed Atiku and Peter Obi's petition. One is whether President Tinubu attended Chicago State University. The answer is yes. Second, what are his grades in school? The school had already provided that. I don't know if I missed that. I'm not sure if I saw the grades at this point. Yeah, but you know who was trending yesterday?
Who was trending?
The judge was trending yesterday. Well, Aki Oshutokun wrote, Judge Nancy Maldonado confidently appeared on camera without hiding her face. Her judgments were clear, free from complications, insults, or ambiguities, and easily understandable to even children. This exemplifies how an unbiased judiciary operates, focusing solely on the case's merits. They neither threaten plaintiffs nor defend the accused, maintaining impartiality and diligence. I would like to take this last one before I come to you, Ayo. Well, in the meantime, a video showing the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, throwing an apparent jab at President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for trying to block access to his academic records at the Chicago State University surfaced online. Peter Obi was speaking to students of Princeton University about the importance of good leadership, where he boasted that his academic records can be verified. Let's take a look.
We have all the talents and everything all over the world. It's a question of the leadership has to show it. You have to start by saying, my name is Peter Obi. I'm from this town. I went to this primary school, this secondary school, this university, and people come. They're very important. You know, when Chika was saying my CV, he said Harvard. I said, no, Chika, I did a program in Harvard. I'm an alumnus of Oxford and Cambridge. It can go and be verified.
Verified.
I don't need to put injunction for you not to see it. Go and tell them in Nsukka whether they'll give you my transcript. These are things we must. And we must do it and say, this is who we are. Because that's what makes us.
Well, I think this is the crux of the matter, really. It's just being confident of who you are. I think the whole debacle is the fact that Tinubu had gone ahead to, block that access to, Atiku to obtaining his certificate. I think this is really the issue here.
I'm really excited, and I must say congratulations. I don't know, should we be congratulating ourselves that a court in the US has said that we can finally have access to the records of our president?
I don't know.
Shouldn't have been the case. Well, just a tongue-in-cheek, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party had said that he went to Oxford and Cambridge. We know some of his classmates who
Yes.
can say he was in
No, he
school.
said go and verify.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we even have classmates who can testify that was a bright student.
It's class one.
He's right here.
Dr. Bati, you were in school with Peter Obi in Sage Business School. in
Fine,
Oxford.
please, I'm not that. I said some of the
Yes,
classmates. Anyways, what I was just going to say is that finally we'll uncover and put to rest this matter that has gone on for 3 decades.
Yes.
Did he to the university? Was the identity? What grades did he? And then let's go on. And hopefully there's nothing to hide.
Yes.
So he should actually be excited that finally I'll rest. Let the people know what I
think
really.
so
Yeah, I
too.
think so.
I like
Congratulations
that.
to the president as well.
Yes, Dr. Bati, congratulations to you.
Okay. Thank you very much, my people. That is it. We have only one left, which is 1 minute, only 1 minute video. But before that, I'm going to post out a link right now. Now, God bless you, my people. As I say, not everybody that is happy today is my birthday, but don't worry. We've put things together, in place to always tackle these satanic people that is coming here all the time. Now, God bless you. Now, click on the link, join us here, and let's take it from here. But meanwhile, Alison Maduke, while I don't start again, as I know, Alison Maduke tips many money for our country before Iran go UK. Iran go UK, and at the end of the day, he can go talk say he get cancer that year. Many of you remember now, yes. So at the end of the day, they can't wait make his sickness finish. Whether he truly get a me, I don't know. But listen, Maduke, as we they talk now, UK that the dragon left and right in the court today. I would like we're gonna listen to this one shortly, but let me acknowledge, quickly bring my people in. Give us a Made. Thank you very much, Prince Akwashi. I can see you already. Madarita, I can see you. Thank you, Oga Felix. Thank you. Engineer Francis, thank you. Mr. Edwin, thank you. Busy Brains, thank you. I can see you all. Thank you very much. So I will start accepting people in right away as soon as just stay calm. Now God bless everybody for here for me. Thank you, my people. Now God bless you now. So please, everybody stay mute. I'm trying to mute everybody. Madam Busy Brain, I don't hear you already. Mr. Chutso Biboise, thank you very much. Oga Felix, thank you very much. Thank you. Mr. Chuso Bibueze, thank you very much. I saw your support. You sent me some money on my PayPal. Now God will bless you, Mr. Chuso Bibueze. Thank you so much. Madam Victoria, I don't see you already. Thank you so much. I don't know. More people trying to join, but the screen is already full. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. But anybody that lose their spot now, I don't know. But nevertheless, the screen is filled up right now. Okay, before I go, let me play this video quickly. This is only less than a minute, so that I acknowledge the people that just joined me right now. So make we listen to Alison Maduke Wahala, because these are part of the people that put us in where we are today. All of them are satanic. Listen to this video.
Has been charged with bribery offenses and appears in London court today. Desani Alison Maduke, who also served as president of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, was a key figure in the Nigerian government of Goodluck Jonathan between 2010 and 2015. She denies all those charges. Arise News chief correspondent John Cookson has the story.
She was once one of Africa's most prominent politicians, a former president of the global oil cartel OPEC, the first female to hold the post. Today's London court appearance by Alison Madueke follows years of investigations by Britain's National Crime Agency and Nigeria's Anti-Graft Commission, the EFCC. A Nigerian court has already recovered $21 million from bank accounts Alison Madueke held in Nigeria, and both the EFCC and the US Department of Justice have seized properties worth almost $100 million allegedly purchased with the proceeds of corruption. Evidence in this case is expected to shed further light on alleged corrupt practices endemic to Nigeria's oil industry over a period of 5 years. And the crux of this case, Britain's National Crime Agency alleges Alison Madueke accepted bribes during her time as Minister for Petroleum Resources.
All right, my people, that is it right there. It's a short clip that I wanted to bring in just to bring the awareness, a little bit of diversion, but it's still part of what we're talking about today. The reason why you and I are here today or every day fighting for a better Nigeria is because of these same satanic individualisms, what they have cost that is affecting you and I in our country today. Alice Madueke is part of the people, one part of the satanic people that have caused the problem that you and I are facing today in our country. Alice Madueke is one of the people that they allegedly said that she bought a concert for more than $12 million. So at the end of the day, what that one mean? Person if you buy concert for $12 million, that's what we hear at that time. Who know how much it can't buy drugs? Buy drugs if you buy drugs for $25 million, waitiness. So my people, these are the part of the people that have caused the pain that we all are facing today. So we have to continue to bring them to limelight in a disgraceful way. Take this one quickly before we move on to my panelists. I want everybody to understand that because we spend so much time now picking calls and acknowledging people that celebrating me, the first submission time is going to be 5 minutes. The second submission is going to be 8 minutes. So, but the first submission, the reason why I have to shorten it is because to get to everybody on time. Please understand with me. So meanwhile, my people, let's quickly come back here. Wow. Okay, let's start from here. Let me take my bank account out of the screen for now. May God bless every one of you. If you need it, ask me. I'll put it back again. I really appreciate you all. I'm full with joy right now. Trust me. Trust me. Okay. As you can see there, breaking news, former CSU president to sue Tinubu over forgery. So the problem right now is that Tinubu is not going to only be exposed with his forgery and all that. He might also be sued. He might probably be facing a jail term in America, according to what we are saying, because for dragging the name of CSU, Chicago State University. That's what we see there. But meanwhile, we have a parallel saying that breaking news, 3 U.S. courts reject Tinubu's appeal to stall CSU release of academic record David Udein. The Nigerian investigative journalist David Udein has disclosed that Tinubu's lawyers have approached 3 different courts in the U.S. today to delay the release of the Bola Ahmed Tinubu academic record at the Chicago State University. But all of them declined the request. Udein also noted that the lawyers begged Atiku Abubakar's team to shift the disposition tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 12 noon so as to buy time, but they refused as well. Okay, my question is, what? I know this thing is becoming even obvious for you to be doing everything not to show your credentials. I don't understand. It's obvious. Normally, if Nigeria is a working country, even though they're not sure I'm again at all, Tinubu is still supposed to be disqualified because you try to do everything possible to make sure say this thing is not exposed. Why? What are you hiding? Let's move on. David Udein, this is the original tweet right here. Article legal team tells me that Tinubu's lawyers approached a 3 appeal court in the US today without success. They then requested Atiku's lawyers in Chicago to shift the deposition time to tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 12 noon so as to buy time. Atiku's team refused. Popcorn time. David then talk and pop. I mean, often I don't go on a popcorn there. Because David then someone go get our popcorn because the breaking news is about to happen. Okay, I have another one here. Breaking news: Tinubu's presidency may be abruptly come to an end even before Supreme Court judgment. From the constitutional and moral standpoint, if his Chicago State University CSU record turned out to be forged, it is expected of Tinubu to resign immediately. Failure to do so, the National Assembly will commence his impeachment process because he has committed an act of perjury. If only they are not going to work in his favor, though. Then I have another one from Jackson Ude. Jackson Ude, I want to say personally thank you because you've reviewed a lot for a while till today, and a lot of people were doubting you and all that. Some of you have been doing a underground work. Thank you, Jackson Ude. God bless you. Okay, update. Bola Tinubu's shopping for emergency motion judge at the U.S. Court of Appeal, while Bola Tinubu and his lawyers are busy shopping for an emergency motion judge at the U.S. Court of Appeal, 7th Circuit lawyers of Atiku Abubakar are already prepared to counter Tinubu, and his lawyers have few hours to get a judge, and it is almost unlikely they would succeed. No time for the druggie to escape. This one was before they were refused. These are the two people that putting smile on your faces today, my people, Nigerians. If you are listening to me, yes, give thanks to God first. Then the second people you need to give thanks to, now these two people will do your front. So see them. Now these two people now make you and I they celebrate today. So people who I put for screen. So please show the two human beings with integrity some love, like, and retreat. Let them see and realize how much their job has been appreciated across the seas. They are true human beings, though. They are true human beings. Make una see wetin Tinubu wife talk for here, because this afternoon now she don't cry come and say my husband is not a magician. Make una leave my husband alone. So we're gonna be taking on that shortly. That's Tinubu's wife. Then people don't go dig and come out where Tinubu talk say I will continue with Buhari's legacy. They react. They are trying to respond to what Tinubu wife talk say her husband not be musician or magician. Her husband not be magician. All right. So where Tinubu talk say I will continue from Buhari's legacy, and then they went on by giving this. Have a look what they said when they were deceiving Nigerians. Nevertheless, they did not win INEC imposed. Tinubu has magic wand to fix wand to fix Nigeria. Sanwo-Olu actually told us that Tinubu have magic power to fix Nigeria. While a wife they talk say, my husband is not a magician. Then Sanwo-Olu say, Tinubu have magic. Wife say, my husband is not a magician. So who do we now believe now? Let's move on. Tinubu has magic wand to fix Nigeria. Sanwo-Olu, now he talk this one so. Now they say, Sanwo-Olu say, oh God, caller is calling in. Good evening to you. I guess you should be watching us. Please.
Hello, sir.
Yes, thank you, madam. Thank you very much for calling in.
Yes, so, yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, my name is Tammy Duru. I'm calling from Chicago.
Thank you, madam.
And today is your birthday, so let me just sing a little song for you, my lovely brother. You're doing good job, all of you on the panelists, and we that also comment in. God will bless us. Amen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Elvis Ninja Watch. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
May the good Lord be with you.
Amen.
May God expand and give you all your heart desire.
Amen.
The work you're doing, continue to do it. It's only God that will reward you,
Amen.
not man. When you do good, all of us, God is the one that is the rewarder, and God will reward you and
Amen.
give you long life, that you will live to see your children, and enjoy the fruit of your labor.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Thank you very much, madam.
Happy birthday.
Thank
yes.
you. Amen.
I am so happy that what God is doing. This battle is God's battle.
Mm-hmm.
Because our principal, His Excellency Peter Obi, is a man that he believes God that creates him.
Thank
God
you.
created him for this Nigeria for us.
Thank
and
you,
it's coming to pass. The new Nigeria is sure.
Thank you so
All
much.
of us, we are hopeful, and it's going to be so. Because what we are seeing, since I start to know Tinubu as a governor of Lagos State, nobody has, taking him to this level. But 2023, God has already assigned it in heaven, and it's now manifesting on earth.
Thank you.
That is going to expose him and take him. So thank you so much for giving me this time.
God
and
bless you.
Continue your good work.
Amen.
God bless you.
God bless
Bye-bye.
you.
Send
too.
me my cake.
Oh, sure. God bless you. Thank you. All right. Making an obvious, I picked that call. Normally on a normal day, I won't do that, but today's my birthday, so I want to give people a chance to express their prayers for me. Okay, yes, let's move on. That's Tinubu's wife saying that my husband not be magician. Why Sanwo-Olu is saying that? No, madam, why they talk that one? Tinubu has the magic wand to fix Nigeria. Sanwo-Olu. This one was back in 2020, February 19. Okay, let's move on, my people. Let's quickly move on. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Can I move on today? If I not pick on, okay. Black Panther, thank you very much, sir. You're supposed to be on the panel. What did they do for backyard again this time?
I'm supposed to. I just get some issues with my system.
Okay. Thank you,
and,
sir.
I even try to send something. I can't send anything. So I'll request that you send your PayPal to our this thing, Nigeria Watch family.
Okay, no problem. I'll do that. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Happy birthday, and God bless you. God continue to bless you.
Thank you, my brother.
You're like a voice that are shouted in the wilderness, and people are hearing your voice, and God will strengthen you. For you are like a tree planted by the riverside of water. You will flourish and know nothing but prosper in everything you lay your hands upon. Amen. Good health is yours. Divine prosperity is yours. And God will grant you more grace to excel in this your new age. And you will celebrate more years to come. And God will give you that privilege, that boldness to move forward. And as you are moving forward, because you are the light of the world, many will see your light and follow your light to the end point. In Jesus' mighty name. God bless you. I love you so much.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you too. Thank you so much. I will send it to the group shortly. Thank you. All right. Okay.
I was sorry to interject you. Sorry. The window where Black Panther be the follow come. I lock her. I give the key to Sister Rita. May you hope.
Don't worry. Say that part I get a way to come in. He will come in soon. Thank you, my people. I appreciate you all. Okay, as I see there, I met huge debt, virtually empty treasury. Buhari complained when he came into power when they removed Jonathan. Then Tinubu is also complaining. So you see why I always say that all these satanic past leaders and present leaders, they always have something to complain about. And the unfortunate part of it is that they don't go to jail. Have you ever seen past leaders go to jail, past president go to jail, past governor? Tell me any governor who don't go to jail before. I don't know if you do, me don't know. You see, say, all of them become friends. See Obaseki and Shomole, they take picture yesterday together to let you and I know, say, now they fight with ourselves, now not get sense. So these people, this is the time. This is the time. Trust me, it's the time. Let's move on. I want to take reactions from people. I don't know if somebody can help me. I know they talk since. Is anybody on the panel that want to help me, please?
Okay, let me do.
Thank you very much, Oga CM. Thank you very much, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Ijoma Abdulaziz. This man, he has made even his supporters.
Please speak louder, sir. We can't hear you.
Okay. Oh, sorry. He said, this man, he has made even his supporters to become interested. Now everybody wants to know who Tinubu is.
Okay. Let's take it from here. There's another one there, D.
Okay. D. They should counter it immediately. Any judge who is willing to entertain such should know they are playing with over 200 million people.
Okay.
It don't hit. Official from South. He said, just as he did back then in the year 1996 with his real identity, when sued Chicago State University Medical Lab and some judges at Illinois District Court for damages and denied and Daniel of fair hearing that backed him millions of dollars, which blackmailed CSU into admitting he attended their school. Well, so the end of an African Pablo, particularly from Nigeria, has come to an end. Omo, man, just imagine once Nigeria succeeds, they will never make such mistake again, probably in their lifetime. That's what he's trying to say. One judge will be difficult as he will carry the burden of explaining why only one judge, instead of judges, should sign for his motion before even he can be granted stay. I'm thinking of a judge that will put himself in that position, and if he manages to get one and feel maybe it's not, this hasn't ended. Why are Tinubu's lawyers worried about Atiku's fishing expedition? They should allow the fisherman to finish now. When would this Nollywood movie end? Mhm. Keep, yeah. What happened to I will hit the ground running or the other lie from the Agbado family? We don't need his body, just his brain. But I thought Bart was a first class graduate, brilliant, top of the class in everything, or was that a huge lie? Actually, as events have shown, it is. Mhm. Who handed over who handed over to him the damaged Nigeria? The man he sold to Nigerians in 2015 as a reformed Democrat. Your husband is one of those who damaged this country. Your husband cannot separate himself from the government of PMB. So there is no need for excuse. Besides, he said he will continue with the Buhari where Buhari stopped. But is even more damaged as a person than the country is. A pity Nigeria cause is in the hand of wrong people.
Okay. All right, all right, all right. Thank you very much, Oga CM. I appreciate you. Okay, let me quickly expatiate more on this particular one where Tinubu wife come out now say, please mute yourself, Oga CM, for now. Thank you very much, sir. You know, where a wife come out now, can talk, say, my husband is not a magician. You know, I'd like to quickly expatiate on this one sharply, you know, so that we can start talking because I can't wait to hear from my panelists. They have been so wonderfully patient today. Now God bless you, now my people. Okay, let me take it from here quickly. Just that I'm trying to take out all this thing here. My husband is not a magician, Remi Tinubu. Okay, oh God, thank God, don't start again. The First Lady Oluremi Tinubu on Sunday said her husband, President Bola Tinubu, is not a magician. She made the remark in Abuja while speaking at the interdenominational church service to mark Nigeria's 63rd independence anniversary, tagged Christ in You, the hope of glory. Hey, her life is Chinese language. All right, she said the Tinubu administration inherited the situation on the ground, but is willing to fix things without putting blame on any administration. How can we move a country forward if you all are not satanic or fake or selfish without not putting blames on the past administration? Everybody is rubbing shoulder. I too good. I don't want to offend anybody. How can you say such a thing? This is what I talk about all the time. Nobody want to offend anybody. You know, how can you say that? Let me take that part again. She said Tinubu administration inherited the situation on ground, but is willing to fix things without putting blame on any administration. Why not? Why are you scared to put blame on any administration? Why are you scared to call out the past satanic administration? Why are you scared to send anybody or a president to prison? Why are you scared? This is the problem that we are facing. I better make I remove this here article, come on for here, I beg. Let me.
I think they are attacking Mr. Elvis's this Najawa channel. I don't know if anyone can hear me, but he just suddenly went out.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I think it's his connection, actually. They probably are aware that this is double happy birthday celebration.
He has a double whammy, so...
Yeah.
Well, he's going to come back. He's going to come back.
Judge Maldonado even gave Elvis a birthday celebration, a
Of
birthday
course.
gift too. She used her weekend instead of waiting till Monday. She's like, no, let me give it to Elvis before.
Remember, she said she has a busy weekend.
Yeah.
So she's been busy throughout the weekend. No, she's not relaxing. And because of Elvis' birthday, and
she decided to work on Saturday to give Elvis that birthday gift.
She's been busy.
Listen, that woman knew when she was going to give her judgment, but because she doesn't trust Tinubu, she have read much about him within that short period.
Exactly.
That was why she just played it low. it's like that thing shocked them when she gave her that verdict on Saturday. The woman read much about him and she decided to go low and just give it knock.
And she actually took our tribunal justices to school. She
Big time. They should all be ashamed.
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes,
you.
yes, we are hearing you.
Okay. Let me round up so that I know everybody want to talk quickly. I just wanted to put this on, although we've already listened to the video, but I just want to take one or two paragraphs quickly so that I can allow you guys to start talking. All right. Certificate forgers can't do things right in Nigeria. That's Mr. Peter Obi. So let me take the quick paragraph here, one or two. Presidential candidate of Labour Party in the last election, Mr. Peter Obi, has said some Nigerian leaders will always do the wrong things because they are living a falsified life. Obi, who spoke on Monday while featuring on Arise TV program, explained that leaders who manipulated their academic record via certificate forgery prior to their election into offices are living a falsified life. The former Anambra State governor, who opined that academic qualifications should not be criteria for leadership positions, however, said leaders should be honest about the status. So I'll leave it right there. We'd already listened to it. I just wanted to bring that in to tally everything that we showed today. Thank you very much, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you for your time with us. Now, God bless you. Now, Dennis Peterson, thank you very much for the super chat. Now, God bless you. I really do appreciate this. I thank you for all of you that have prayed for me. I'm grateful. Madam, I'm a bride. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate every one of you. Those of you that have sent me prayers, that supported me financially, privately, publicly, anyhow. Those of you that joined the panel, that have prayed for me, all of you. Thank you. Now, God bless all of you now. So let's start talking, my people. Like I said before, I'm only going to give 5 minutes on this first stage. I wanted to get to people on time so that we can do 8 minutes afterwards. Let me call on the first person on the panel who is give us a mandate. The best patience we do ever carry since we don't do this channel. Maybe today. Thank you, my brother. Talk to us. You have only 5 minutes. Talk to us if you're there.
Thank you very much. Greetings to everyone again. Welcome to the State House today. I think there is nothing much to actually say because most of the news actually out there, and the best of what we can see happening is the fact that a judgment has been passed, and Judge Nancy already gave a word on Tinubu's certificate, and then Atiku lawyers I think already, from what that we're following, I think you already have the documents, they're sorting out things, and there'll be a disposition tomorrow where people will be asked to swear on oath and things like that. But this is a good revelation, is a good news. But what will Nigerians do with this news? Supreme Court is still yet to form the put people, the justices that will be on the bench, or maybe on that case between Peter Obi, Tinubu, Atiku, and all that. And I think APM also went to Supreme Court. Now, one great thing that you can see if you just suppose the Nigerian judicial system and the American system, and some people now, all of the Agbado eaters and all of them, you see them making some things in the comment section and saying, don't compare America and Nigeria. But why not? Even today, Trump was tried on, they even show his own trial on TV. But the likes of Tsunami and Bolaji and Ugo, and there are many of them, actually they sold their conscience and then decide to just put the country in a state, in a difficult situation. But you can now see how justice needs to rule, because you have some people that call themselves injustice, Samani, injustice, Bolaji, injustice, Ugo, and the remaining of them. So, but all we can see at this time is a good one. I can't wait for those documents to be quickly sorted out, and then things begin to fly, and then they will get to the Asorok, and then from what I've even probably seen or heard, Tinubu may be in more trouble because I think the person that she said signed that certificate is waiting for the certificate to be released, and then she can actually go check and see. Now Tinubu will be maybe sued for several things, forging somebody's signature and then even lying that person probably, So, but this is the trouble that people actually get themselves into when they are too desperate about everything, desperate to get money, desperate to get power, desperate to get fame. Life is just J. Life not J. But you see, people like this man, they are just desperate for everything, desperate to get everything. And so you're not surprised when the wife said he's not a magician, but he was a magician when he knows how to rig election. He went to Chatham House and told them, power is not serve la carte. You perform magic to win power. You snatch the ballot, you run with it, even you can buy people. But what that woman is not telling herself is the truth. And it's just sad that you can see someone like that speak. But I'm not surprised. They are both partner in crime. Remy is equals to Tinubu, is equals to Amoda. Amoda is equals to Tinubu, to Remy. So they are not different from each other. They are just birds of same feather. They know not only God know how they get married themselves. But I'm not surprised. That's what she's. What do you expect from her? But the judiciary is the one that will rescue the nation. Ariwola is on trial. Supreme Court is on trial. Let's see how the whole thing will play out in Supreme Court. And then Nigerians now will now decide if they will activate Amechi 101 principle, or they will just sit down and continue to look at these people to run the country. Nigerians will decide that one, will not decide for them. But all well and good so far. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Give us a mandate. Thanks for your submission. I'll come back to you shortly. Sue Berry, thank you very much for the super chat. God bless you. I appreciate this a lot. Your text, this program is a therapeutic for me, and I want to say a big thank you for making yourself available. Happy birthday, Sir Elvis. Thank you very much, Sue Berry, and God could bless you. Thank you for every one of you that celebrated me today. God Almighty will use people to celebrate you all in the mighty name of Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Mr. Elvis.
Yes, sir.
Can you find that video of Amici 101? One of these days, late was.
Which one?
This Amici 101 where Giver Amadi is always talking about. Amici 101.
In on my very good researcher, he go send that for me.
Find that video. No, they play for the minute.
He go send that for me. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, let's move on. Let me call on Mr. Edwin. Mr. Edwin, sir, thanks for your patience. Thanks for your prayers. Thanks for your support. Please talk to us. You have only 5 minutes for now. Talk to us, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Osage Elvis. Good evening. Yes, so you see, people that don't really know you, they will not understand. Like if you know Barrister Oni Edigin, like your brother I sent, these are people when you know how they do things, you are not going to be a surprise, or you might not be a surprise to most of those people who know them.
I mean, you know me too much for you to mention my elder brother I sent.
Tell I sent, you know his big uncle Akin.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you, sir.
So, like Daddy, all of them, I know them. Gentleman amigo. Let's forget about all these things. If your daddy had wanted to be a billionaire, he was having the opportunity. But the same thing that is pulling you back now is what pulled him back. So you can see that it's DNA. So let's leave it at that.
Thank you.
What I always say is that sickness will never embrace you, and death will never visit your house. As you go out and come in, your children and children will surround your table. Joy without end shall be your portion. In any ways, people shall round up and layers against you in evil. In 7 ways shall it return back to them in their domain and their dwelling places. That's for that. Gentlemen, if you want to talk about Tinubu, you see, let me start with Bayo Ononuga, who is making noise by saying it is not going to be possible with the way things are going. And they boasted that they will not, that thing will not see the light of tomorrow. If even he gets it, they will not do anything. But you are sure it's not going to see the light of tomorrow. And your overall boss is not trying to, make an appeal in 3 different courts, just only today alone. And you still not see anything different. Or you guys know how to play a kind of Biafra Nigeria propaganda of those days. That's exactly what you are trying to do now. But all the same, no matter what, you are just wasting time. And look at it. This 35,000 savage, for me, I see it as savage wage. This is a short-time system that will now make them. They just want to use that to insult Nigerians' intelligence so that before the Supreme Court a case will now be over from Supreme Court, before they change again. The promises he made before when he came in, where are they? The palliatives, what happened? What has family got? So that is where you now know that this man is a crime factor. He manufactures crime. He doesn't commit crime. He manufactures crime. And he has got his agent that propel them into the society after he manufactures them. So that is the way I have seen it. Nigerians, if people want to know now, he will now use this salary increase, fake salary increase, to tie you all down. And once he succeeds, because he's trying to succeed in the Supreme Court, that will be the end. Then you will now know it's a different human being. So let us now go from the first video you played. That will be, President Obi Obedient was trying to break down the how many a barrel of oils that got missing every day in Nigeria and how much it amounts to the end of a month. Plus minus, he was able to give us close to $11 billion. And this man came in. He wants to help. How many people has he arrested since he came in? How does he now show that he has not followed suit? He said he wants to continue with where Buhari stopped. So, meaning we are not going to be expecting more barrels of oil to be missing because he has to continue. But if Buhari did it in a local form, in a low grade, he's not going to do it in a higher grade. That's exactly what we should be expecting. This man has nothing to offer Nigeria. He wants to be there. He wants to now form Nigeria to second Lekki toll gates. That's what he's out for. What happened when Nigeria? This man, if he has succeeded in buying Atiku, by now he would have been drinking champagne. But because things are not turning against him, it's like he's showing as if he's sorry. This man does not have sorry in his register, in his diary, in his book, in his environment, in his free speech. He does not know what's called sorry. He can only say sorry just for saying sake. But the depth of heart, nothing comes out of him. Nothing. So we are all here now. We know what is happening, and we now hope and we believe that he will not insult us. All Nigerians should be ready to do the needful. Now they are boasting that that thing will not be admitted into by the Supreme Court justices, and now they've not been able to select their Supreme Court panels. So how do they now know that this will not be admitted? Meaning they are not going to write the whole thing again and hand over it to the Supreme Court judges. Is that not what they are telling us? We should see the handwriting on the wall. When these people are talking, we should know exactly where they are heading to and where they are coming from. This people does not have conscience. We know it. Good morning is never good morning from them.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
afternoon is never good afternoon from them. These are wicked souls, wicked human beings
Thank you, sir.
from a different planet, if I may say. So now I want to, Naija Watch, I want to go back to the background. I will listen, but if there's any need for me to call, I'll collect other people also come in because people want to be with you online. People want to.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So I'll go to the background now, and so I'll come. I will just call if there's any reason for me to call. Thank you
God
very
bless
much.
you, sir. Thank
So
you, sir.
everybody, I greet everyone. Yeah, thank you very much for celebrating with my big brother. Celebration will never depart any of your various home. I thank all of you.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let me call on the next person quickly. I would like to call on Mr. Shooks Obiboze. Please talk to us in 5 minutes if you are there. Okay, you are not there. I'll go to Amashola. Amashola, are you there? 5 minutes.
I'm here. Happy birthday, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, sir. Please,
Long life for you. And I must confess, this Naija Watch has been my companion ever since I came in, I think in February. And coming to the UK, I was thinking I was going to lose touch to what's happening in Nigeria. But coming to your channel has just opened my eyes to more things. And we get to learn when we come here. I thank every panel that comes here to just educate us so much. Yesterday, if you remember yesterday, I said this man Tinubu needs to go to jail. What will only make me happy that we have justice is to see Tinubu behind bars for the rest of his life. Because what is left for his life, we don't even know. You cannot, in any way, at any point, use anything forged. Because if the Nigerian judges and Nigerian government will legalize forgery, that means everybody should print naira and start spending. Because if I carry fake naira and I spend it in Nigeria and I'm caught, the police will take me to court and I'll go to jail. So the same thing should affect Tinubu. And I'm happy that the person in question, which he used as signature, now is suing him. This man might not, you will not go jailing. You won't be in jail in Nigeria. You go to advanced jail in UK or America, where you deserve to be. You escaped jail many years ago. That jail that you escaped and paid money, it is now at your old age you want to go to jail. A man that does not have shame. If therefore me, the only way you can get out of this thing is just come publicly. On that, yesterday would have been the best time to say, I am sorry, Nigerians. I want to step aside at this moment, and I don't want to be your president. That would be the best gift you'd have given Nigeria. But yet, you still continue with your stealing and shameful act, which I don't seem to understand. If I was with my father, by now I would have publicly disgraced you. But of course, you're giving birth to arrogance and thieves too. So I don't expect Sheyi Tinubu to do anything because he's also a thief. If his father is a thief, the same thing. Mr. Elvis is an example of his father. And we have so many good Nigerians like this. They're not outside there saying their mind. Nigeria is not a place for arrogant people. There's what we call morals. Nigerians still have morals. And if people that have morals are in government, Nigerians will follow suit. Peter Obi has come out to show us what it means to be an upright person. And everybody wants to be like him. If the top is like that, just imagine the rest of the Nigerian army, police, and everything. Everywhere is in shambles, in a mess. And you can't come and give us certificates that we don't know. And I know it's not only Tinubu that has this kind of certificates. There are a lot of them in government. If we put our eye into the government and start digging and digging, there are many of Tinubu in government, in government parastatals, working without certificates. Like I always say, certificate is not you. Certificate is just a paper. It is what is in your head that counts. I can buy certificates with all the money, but I don't know, I can't solve any problem. Your wife is coming out to say you are not a magician. You want to buy a dilapidated house in a very bad state. You are buying it because you know what to do to it. You know what to do to a house that is getting damaged. That's why you're buying it. So you know what Nigeria looks like when you were contesting. You can't come now and start telling us your husband is not a magician. If it was, we didn't vote for a magician, we voted for somebody that is competent. We voted for Peter Obi. But because your husband is a greedy man that does not have any form of remorse in what he has done, he's still hanging on, trying to beg and look for a judge to come and nullify what he's doing, and that is good. If I were you, fake President Tinubu, that will soon go to jail in Jesus' name, resign. And Senate, if people are not corrupt, with this case shouldn't go to the Supreme Court. It should end in your courts. Senate, it's in your hands now to persecute this guy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother Mashallah. God bless you. I really do appreciate you. All right. Yes, Madam Rita, you're supposed to be the second person. I don't know why the system put you in the last, put you here anyway. But it's your turn now. You know how it is here.
Mr. Elvis, good afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your
At this
understanding.
point, today's your birthday now, so you can listen. You're allowed to do whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that pleases you. This is he who must be obeyed because it's your day. And I just thank God for you. God has given you this opportunity. To me, I see that He's giving you the opportunity to wake up today. As same thing applies to everyone, because we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do for God, and I am very, very happy, to celebrate this day with you. You are a great guy. You are a priest of truth. That's just how I see you. Anyway, so happy birthday once again, and good afternoon, everyone in the panel. Ienoge, Mommy Diaspora, and those people watching from home, and those of you in the panel. It's a great day, and it's Mr. Nigeria's birthday, and it's a wonderful, victorious day for the entire 200 million Nigerians plus. Since it's 5 minutes, I would say allegedly because I haven't seen a confirmed report of the former president of the CSU, saying that she was going to sue Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for forgery. You see, at this point, there are several issues that is going to unfold here. Apart from Nigerians seeing the actual academic records of the man at Bodilon, CSU also they have to regain, a good reputation, because their reputation is smeared right now. So, they have to be seen that they're acting upon a disgruntled, if I let me use Dele Farotimi words, filthy felon like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, using their school as a tool for illegality. So they have to set a precedence now, so they have to be seen that they do not tolerate these kinds of things, because it's going to affect their school greatly. It's going to affect the people that even donate to their school. Everything will be questioned now. So they have to start regaining that trust right now. So that's why perhaps, I hope so, the former president should sue Bola Ahmed Tinubu, put it out there, and let everybody see that this man, and many of you who have used our name, this is what's going to happen to you. So let him be the guinea pig, and let it be known all over the world. I see all these things as I don't know if anybody has watched the movie The Great Escape. I think it was Steve McQueen. I think it's a 1960 something movie. I can't remember the precise year. The Great Escape. The guy tried so many ways to escape from the Nazis, and in the end, there was so much so many snags, so many traps everywhere. No matter what he tried, he was always caught. So this is likened to it. So when I just watch what the lawyers are doing, going to appeal here and there, they're just rubbishing themselves, and it's just giving us the evidence that whatever it is that we're going to discover, it will show that he's actually a Bola Ahmed Tinubu is actually a filthy felon. We're not even talking about the FBI files now. And they say it's 71,000, but the FBI is going to give us 2,500 because of the specifics of what the likes of David Hundeyin wanted. So you can imagine somebody that has over 70,000, someone that was not born in the US, someone 70,000 files. Do you know what that means? Well, it's a filthy felon as say. And when I was looking at that comment about the National Assembly commencing an impeachment process if Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not voluntarily resign. The so-called National Assembly, listen, I'm a Nigerian, so if I'm saying something against our National Assembly, I'm not trying to put them down, but I'm saying it based on the antecedents of the people in the National Assembly. I would say, let me just be fair. 85% of the antecedents of the people in the National Assembly, starting with the Senate president, and then the majority leader, the one that was plagiarizing, and the one with the extended nostrils. I've forgotten what is it, Oladimeji or something. The one that was talking for Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he came back from 6 months from France just before the election. The likes of those kinds of people. Is it Bajabi Amila? Those the worst of our society. Yeah, Bamidele, the worst of our societies are the ones, giving us excuses for this convicted felon. This filthy felon, the worst of society, and they are in the National Assembly. They're in the army, they're in the police, they're everywhere. They're governors, they're councillors. So do you think that this so-called criminal conglomerate will not stand and say that, okay, let us impeach? Listen, the ball is in the entire Nigerian's court, because you and I know, I want them to prove me right that they will commence an impeachment process if the academic records show that the filthy felon is actually a filthy felon. I mean, based on the academic record level. So that's just what I will say for now, because it's a whole lot that I have to say. So let me not take time. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis, and happy birthday again.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Rita. God bless you. Thank you. Okay, let me come to the next person quickly. I just wanted to get to everybody. Our final submission will be 88 minutes. Let me come to Engineer Francis. Engineer Francis, are you there with us, sir?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you very much, sir, for your patience, and thanks for the wishes and your prayers. Please talk to us. You have 5 minutes, sir.
Well, I hope you recognize that Nancy Maldonado acknowledged your birthday too. She spent a weekend to make sure that she gives you this birthday gift.
Exactly.
Anyway, I will say to the Supreme Court of Nigeria, please save this man from even himself. That's Tinubu. And you, Onanuga and Ogala, I don't know what you guys are drinking, but when you start to imply that, that whatever they bring from here, that the Supreme Court will throw it away, think again. Because that irreparable damages Tinubu was trying to avoid. Do you know what it is? It's beginning to come out. When Tinubu forged his certificate, he got a forged copy of this lady's signature, who is the president of the university then, and put it in there. How do they know? Because if you go for a replacement of certificate diploma that you lost, you fill out a paper. This man, Tinubu, did not fill out one. I don't know why he didn't go through the front door to fill out one and get his thing. Instead, he went through the window and forged this woman's certificate. I mean, a signature. If this woman goes, as they are hinting, to file a lawsuit, forgery lawsuit, against this man, you guys are saying, oh, the Supreme Court of Nigeria won't do anything. If she files it, let me remind you, do you remember Leona Hemsley? Leona Hemsley was the owner of that Empire State Building in New York, the richest woman in America at that time. Guess what? Just for evading tax on a lingerie, tax on her pant and the bra, the judge sentenced her to 3 years in prison. Do you remember Manuel Noriega? He was the president of Panama. But once the case here on drugs against him came up, the US government went to Panama to kidnap him and bring him back here to face justice. That is how justice works here in the US. They take the side of the David and make sure that they spank the Goliath very well. So, if this woman files this forgery lawsuit, guess what is going to happen? The US and Nigeria is a definite collision course that they are on, because US will not, in this case, say, oh no. US will now either start petitioning or for Nigeria to bring this man here to come and face justice. And you guys are advising him, oh, nothing will happen. Are you guys stupid or blind? How much can you guys just pay attention to money that you forget common sense? Believe it or not, if this lawsuit is instituted, that's it for Tinubu. Even US might even signal their other allies, if this man comes to your territory, please arrest him. We need him here to be tried. Is that the kind of president you want to give us at the Supreme Court? I don't even understand, but thank God that Nancy Maldonado started to give us our backbone back, because now we can see that there's nothing that is decent that this man ever likes or prefers. He always goes through the back door or the window and starts to rule things. And also, you guys that are supporting him, of course, I don't know the Nigerian equivalent of the RICO law, which is exactly the same thing they are using now to drag Donald Trump and his cronies all over the courts in the US right now. If that RICO law equivalent will be invoked in Nigeria, that means all you guys that are just saying to him, oh yeah, all of you guys will be entangled in the same case too. So you guys better start running for the border now that your legs can carry you, because this man is going down, and he's going down real heavy. You don't want to be an accomplice. You don't want to be a co-conspirator, especially if a RICO law is invoked. And when his case in the US starts coming up, oh yes, they can even institute a RICO law on him too. And that means all you guys that have been cashing his checks in whatever foreign country, that means you have to come and explain what those checks are for. So as far as I'm concerned, that Onanuga guy is a mumu. And that Ogala, I wonder where in the world he became a senior advocate. Anyway, let me stop for here. Thank you very much, my George.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you very much. Okay, let me quickly go on to Mother Victoria. Mother Victoria, thank you very much for your patience with us. Please talk to us in 5 minutes if you are there. Okay, you're now available right now. I would like to move on to Oga Felix. Mr. Felix, please talk to us in 5 minutes if you are there.
Did you call me?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Let Mr. Phillips speak, then I'll talk then.
Okay, thank you. I'll come back to you. Oga Felix, are you there? Okay, let's assume Oga Felix is not available. Let me just come to Oga CM. Oga CM, are you ready right now to speak? Unmute yourself, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Niger Watch. At least we've wished you happy birthday
Yes, sir.
from far and near. So if blessings is a measure, or if the wishing happy birthday is a measure of what blessings God have in stock for you, I think you've got it abundantly to last you a lifetime today. And that is what it means is that is the way you do. That is the way people rate you. People are following you because of your lifestyle. Because if you point to your leaders P2B, people will say, yes, you must be like Peter. Then they start following you. But that is by the way anyway. So let me go to our Chicago
Thank you, sir.
our Chicago headline today. You see, whatever it turns out to be, Tinubu is damaged beyond recognition. Nigerian image is in tatters now. I'm not saying I've gone beyond the image of this country called Nigeria is in tatters. Now, I want people to follow me on this trajectory. Atiku went to court. Atiku went to University of Chicago to ask them to give him whatever pertains to Tinubu. Tinubu told the university that no, they should not release it. Atiku now went to court so that the court will force Tinubu to the Chicago to do so. Atiku got his wish today from what I've reading on social media now, and they said they've released it to Atiku. Even before Atiku got it, because they've given the approval, Tinubu started shopping for judges in America, a president of a country. When he goes to this judge, they turn him down, say no, we won't do it. Can you imagine? Look, can you do? Sometimes I wonder, people do not know why Nigeria is the way it is. Is it not a shame? You say you are the president of the country. You are shopping for, as if you are looking for drug, cocaine from one nightclub to the other. That is what he's looking for. You see, America is not Nigeria. If only whatever people say against United States, today I bow down for that country. I don't care what some people will still come and tell me, oh, they enslaved our forefathers, they did this. And look, because of today, thank God it's on 2nd of October, Niger Watch birthday, my friend's birthday, and then today the judgment came. From today onwards, I don't think I will ever see evil about America again. The fact that this thing happened, because this can never happen in Nigeria. The fact that American judiciary, American law, American democracy was tested, they said no. The thing must be released. Today I bow down for United States. Already, I must say this because I remember their pledge, even while I was in Nigeria. I know American pledge in the hope that I will go and say it at the American embassy at Eleke Crescent in Victoria Island, and I will be given visa. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. A country that where the president derives its just power from the consent of the governed. I can never forget that phrase. A country where the president derives its just power from the consent of the people he governs. So today I bow down for US. They've done me proud. I don't care whatever happens but today I'm having double joy today. Elvis, it coincided with your birthday. Because what this means, this is to tell you how rotten Nigerian judiciary is. Because if it's in Nigeria, you dare not. Which judge? You dare not. I was in one platform somewhere. Somebody, a Harvard-educated lawyer that got 3 degrees from Harvard, a master's in law, a master in public administration, and a PhD in law from Harvard. I won't mention the name in Nigeria. He said the in thing in Nigeria is if you belong to their clique and you have a case, they will say, okay, let them shop for judge who will handle your case. They don't care to carry a judge from a federal high court in Meduguri and transfer him to somewhere in Akure or Anambra to come and handle that case only. After that, they will transfer him again. And how much does it cost? They will tell you, bring 10 million naira or 50 million naira, we can shop for a judge. That is how rotten Nigeria is. And the man who said this was the head of a parastatal, but he was so clean. So what happened in America today can never ever happen in Nigeria unless the likes of P2B takes over. So today I respect United States, and today I will repeat the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. Really, there is justice for everybody in America. I believe so. In America, you can get justice. Thank you very much, Niger Watch. I will come back.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Garcia. God bless you. Thank you. I want to.
Elvis.
Yes.
Guess what? I've not confirmed it, but do you know the U.S. Marshals also accompanied the Atiku people that went to CSU to pick up this?
Can you imagine?
The U.S. Marshals are the ones that arrest even the Secret Service or FBI. That's the highest. Anyway, let me confirm it. It's a guy that teaches there that I've talked.
It's getting serious.
I pledge allegiance. I know why I pledged allegiance today. I've never said it before, but I pledge allegiance, and I will continue pledging it till midnight. I believe in you. I respect America. They are indeed.
For me, I've never doubted America one day, to be honest, even though the reason why our mindset was a bit skeptical because of the serious and the high level of corruption we have in Nigeria. So it now manipulated our brain to think that.
Yeah, but it was mentioned here. I think I mentioned to you guys, with all due respect, that Nancy. See, there are processes by which America works. There is corruption everywhere. But if you have system in place that can check the corruption, nothing can happen. American system is so strong that nothing can break it. Now, what you want to look also into is the case of George Floyd. Now, that transformed the world, right? But now, to this case, Judge Gilbert already gave a ruling on that case. Nancy, Tinubu lawyers, they appealed it. They went and then Nancy got the case. Nancy said, give me time to go over this. Now she had to go study Gilbert's case. And then Atiku's lawyer told her, we're going to send you some things. Maybe like a similar case before. So, and there's a 14 days window also. It just will allow the process to take its course. Now, as soon as she delivers this judgment, don't be surprised. There are other people, even in law school, they are picking cases just to study those things and then see, was this done properly? So
what will happen?
There's corruption everywhere, but all the same, institution works here because just like CM just said now, even though he's in UK, just play a flag, we appreciate you, sir. But that's how things just have to work and things like that.
Thank you.
No, the thing I wanted to mention is the fact that they sent the U.S. Marshals, not FBI, not Secret Service, but the Marshals.
Yeah, but understand also, Engineer Frank, that FBI will start releasing Tinubu's file this month. Now, so the reason why this is happening, Tinubu is a hard criminal. Tinubu is a criminal. I'm a Yoruba person. Tinubu is a criminal. And I can say, Tinubu is a word criminal. Tinubu is a criminal.
Thank you,
when God
let's move on.
He said, where can I? Tinubu has so much evil that God said, I think the best person
let's move on.
Tinubu is a criminal.
Thank you. God bless you all. All right. I want to let everybody know that the way things are going on right now, we might probably come out on time tomorrow rather than normal 6 p.m. Because if the information that is reaching me right now that they have submitted everything to Atiku's lawyers already, so that means before 10 a.m. or 11 maximum tomorrow morning, they might be having a press conference. So if they're having a press conference, I'm going to stay alert. I'm going to go live straight away for everybody to take it together. Yes, this is worth celebrating because we need freedom, and that's what we'll be fighting for. Let's see how it goes with Supreme Court.
And I'll put something in private chat for you now. If you can also look at them and maybe share it if you want.
Okay. All right. Let me call on Madam Victoria so that I'll leave the platform for you guys for at least.
Mr. Elvis, I'm back. Oh, it's like you don't read the comment section.
Okay. I'm coming to you, sir. Let Madam Victoria speak to us first. I'm coming to you, sir. Madam Victoria, please talk to us if you're available now.
Yes, I am available. How are you? I
Thank you
don't
very
have
much.
much to say. Happy birthday to you once again, okay? The good
Thank you.
Lord will bless and just
Amen.
grant your wish. I know your best wish is for Obi to be there, and that will be granted in Jesus' name. Uh,
Amen.
what I have to say is just Nancy Maldonado. He's only a 47-year-old female. Where all these judges, the shaku shaku judges in Nigeria, they are all in their 60s and 65 and 70. Do we think that big wig they wear on their head, maybe it's heavy? Anybody ever felt it? Maybe it gives them migraine or something because they don't think straight. Look at how a 47-year-old judge disgraced them and giving them a subtle jab not to for the Supreme Court not to take toward that lane that the other yama yama people did. So it's so difficult. I mean, it's just so embarrassing that it's a disgrace. I hope Ariwola and Co, all these Baba Agbayas, you know, Mama Agbayas, they will get the message. I hope and I pray that, as it is now, like I said yesterday or the day before, more countries will now start disgracing Tinubu even more. So their best option is to do the right thing. And the time is now. Now, I don't believe Tinubu will ever resign on his own. I don't think so. Because power is like, alcohol. People get power drunk. But I think the Supreme Court can do justice to this case once and for all and regain the reputation of Nigeria. Or maybe start building one because I don't even know if Nigeria has a reputation to begin with. So I think that is where my stand is for now. Thank you and happy birthday to you again.
Thank you, Madam Victoria. God bless you. Thank you so much. All right. I'll got Mr. Chuksobibweze. Are you there, sir?
Yes, Mr. Obvious. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Please talk to us 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Like every other person who has spoken has said. The justice system in America, is working. Not just is working. They are, all this. Why we talk about democracy. It's the institutions. It's democracy. Not even the president or whoever they are. Not like in Nigeria whereby you can give order, somebody can give order, somebody can just use pen, and that's it. But in a normal democracy, institutions is what works. Once they are the right place, they do the right thing. So I'm not surprised. And that's why I was thinking when they said she wanted to see the judgment. I said she doesn't need that judgment to do that, because in a democratic space, once you put yourself outside for people to submit their rights to you, then you owe the people everything about yourself. So I wasn't worried about that. If America wants to go ahead and disgrace themselves, they should have give the wrong impression. Because what is democracy without the people knowing who you are? You can't say the people voted for you and they're asking you to say, hey, we want to see this and that, and you said no. It never happens anywhere except places just like where we come from. Here today, you can write the prime minister of this country saying you want to see this, you want to know this about him, and he will be glad to come and tell everybody that. Because in the first place, he must have put that thing you are asking in the public space. And for him to just come down and understand in the public space, it's I mean, Mr. Elvis, I didn't know why you didn't put when Mr. Abati was talking. You see how the young lady and the Rufai reaction and his own reaction as well, because he couldn't look up. He just faced down and was talking the nonsense that is coming out of his mouth. We want to see what is in that document before we know what
I
we're going to
deliberately
tell.
didn't want to talk about it at all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's you know why I'm talking about Abati, because this is a person who is a media person who is broadcasting. Normally, I don't talk about these people who come with this kind of propaganda, but because he's a media person, that's why I'm speaking. Because he completely left his job of holding the government accountable and defending the government. That is the sad piece, and thank God that these people, because I was even getting ready to try to see if I can get hold of Judge Galloway if America fails to give the right judgment. That was what I was thinking. If they fail this, I'll probably contact Judge Galloway, because this is the kind of thing he would love to. I mean, I might even try to contact him to be more serious on Nigeria, because a couple of videos he have released about Nigeria is terrible, man. If he listened to that, he wouldn't greet anybody from Nigeria. So, I mean, it's that bad for Mr. Abati to still come out and say it will amount to nothing of this. And we're not even talking, somebody like me, I'm not even looking at, what they're going to use this to do in the Supreme Court or whatever. I want to see what Nigerians, because for me, I'm seeing Tinubu leaving that place before any judgment can come on. I'm just saying it as I'm seeing it, but I don't know what is going to happen. But the way I'm seeing it, depending on what we're going to see tomorrow, if what we're going to see tomorrow is that heavy, except if we Nigerians we decide to leave it to our own fate, because I don't see somebody who lied to still stand as your president, and you are looking at it, and everybody is telling you to go to hell. It's unfortunate, but they won't get away with this, to my own belief. Thank you, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, Mr. Chuksobibweze. Everybody on the panel has spoken. I appreciate you all, my people. Before I leave the platform for you guys to talk for the next 1 hour 30 minutes, so that we can round up, I like us to take this one that is here, the information that have been circulating right now. Let's take it from here. They have submitted all this, although I cannot read it because this thing, I can't see it, and I don't believe anybody can see it in the whole world. Anyway, I'm only joking, but I'm not sure even Ogasiem can see it. Ogasiem is good with things like this, but go fit see this one, I promise him. Go fit. Okay, let's see if I can see it from hereby.
Let me try.
Hold on, let me see.
Let me try.
Can Mr. Elvis, I think I can see it clearly.
Okay, I can.
Okay. Okay, if anybody can see it clearly, please take it then.
Okay, I can see it. So, okay, Dr. CM, can you see it?
Yes, I can, but you go on, you read.
Okay. I think the heading is saying in the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois, Eastern Division. So the application of Atiku Abubakar, and the respondent is Chicago State University, and the case number is there, Judge Maldonado as the magistrate, and Magistrate Judge Gilbert. Now, the first one is the heading says, response to applicant's revised subpoena to produce documents. Respondent, Chicago State University, by its undersigned counsel, for its response to applicant's revised subpoena to produce documents dated September 13th, 2023, states as follows. Request number 1, a true and correct copy of any diploma for a Bachelor of Science degree issued by CSU in 1979. Response to request number 1. The documents responsive to this request, which CSU, after diligent search, has been able to locate, are produced herewith and bits labeled CSU 0001 through CSU 0007. The students' names on these diplomas have been redacted for privacy reasons. Request number 2. A true and correct copy of any diploma issued by CSU in 1979 to Mr. Tinubu. Response to request number 2. CSU does not in the ordinary course keep copies of students' diplomas, and after diligent search cannot locate a copy of the original diploma it prepared for Mr. Tinubu in 1979. Hence, has no documents responsive to this request. Request number 3. True and correct copies of any diplomas issued by CSU other than to Mr. Tinubu that contain the same font, scale, signatures, and wording, other than the name of the recipient and the specific degree awarded, as contained in Exhibit C to the first Liu Declaration, which purports to be a CSU diploma issued to Mr. Tinubu on or before June 22nd, 1979. I think you should scroll up to the next page.
That's it.
Okay, so this is the response to request number 3. The documents responsive to this request with CSU, after diligent search, has been able to locate, are produced herewith and bits labeled CSU 0008 through CSU 0010. The students' name on these diplomas have been redacted for privacy reasons. CSU is also producing bits labeled CSU 0011 and CSU 0012 diplomas prepared for other CSU students with their names redacted for privacy, which match the format of the Tinubu replacement diploma dated 27th, 1997. Request number 4. True and correct copies of any CSU documents relating to Mr. Tinubu that were certified by Jamar C. or Esquire, including, without limitation, the documents in Exhibit D to the Uwaya's declaration and all communications to or from CSU concerning the certification of such documents by Jamar C. or Esquire during the period of August 1st, 2022 to August 1st, 2023. Response to request number 4. The response documents certified by Mr. Orr are produced herewith and bits labeled CSU 0013 through CSU 0032. CSU's prior objection to the communications aspect of this request was sustained by the court. See document 40. Hence, no documents responsive to that subject are being produced. Dated October 2nd, 2023, Chicago State University. Counsel to the respondent is Michael D. Hayes, and that's it.
Okay, let's continue. Is that the same thing?
No, that is the first.
Okay. No, this is the same thing. I think we said request number 1, number 2, and number 3.
Okay, is it the same thing, right?
Yes.
What about this one? Is the same as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
That's
Done.
what it is.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it right now. But we are waiting for the what Tinubu do. We never see that one. I believe saying Atiku lawyers will take all that tomorrow by themselves, right?
I think so too.
Mr. Elvis, there's one last part. It's certificate of service. That's the COS. The certificate of service is
Which one? This one. Okay.
Yeah.
No, this one, yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. The certificate of service, that's the COS. It says, I hereby certify that on the 2nd day of October 2023, the foregoing response to applicant's revised subpoena to produce documents was served on all counsel of record by electronic mail. So I think that you're saying they served them by electronic mail, like soft copy. That's basically what you're saying. And it's signed by Michael D. Hayes. Well, he didn't sign, but his name is at the bottom.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. All right. Right now, I'm going to leave the platform. I'm here listening so that I can have some time to take some water and all that. But I would like the women to start first before the, Jack, and although it's supposed to be give us a mandate, but I want Madam Rita to talk to us first. Then we'll go to give us a mandate before Garcia.
I will propose that Madam Victoria, is she here? Okay, she's not here. I wanted to propose
Madam
that we speak to
Victoria,
her.
Dr. Madam Busy Brain is here though.
Okay, Madam Busy Brain, please go ahead.
Busy brain na
Thank you,
fire.
Madam Busy Brain, for joining us. We'd like to hear from you if you're available.
Busy brain na
Okay,
fire
Elvis,
brand.
I don't know what happened though. Somebody was just timing me. The moment it kicked me out, I could not enter again. It was so frustrating.
So sorry.
There's somebody is hoovering in my house. Let me just, sorry about the noise.
We can't hear the noise. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are good.
Happy birthday once more, Ghana Naija Watch.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Everybody on the panel have 1 hour, 30 minutes to manage. Please, we should be considerate with our time if you're talking and all that. I'm here, but I don't want to moderate or tell people what time to talk. But we're starting with you, Madam Busy Brace, with all we've presented today. So go ahead, let's listen to you. After that, please, we go to give us a mandate. If it's not there, anybody else can just respond. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, where do we start? Nigeria right now is a country that keeps on giving, is a gift that keeps on giving every day. The boss, it's just too much, and people are learning to be violent. You can see that on Arise with OG. You can see that the thing was sweeting them. And I'm like, I cannot understand how, the three young ones who are right thinking, and then the old Agbero that is sitting down there, you can see that he was so uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. And that is what happens when you have allowed shit to rub over every little form of integrity that you have. You see, like in fact, I've been saying it even before Oga Rotimi, Daily Rotimi said that Tinubu has made it possible for us to know who we are taking to the new Nigeria and who we are leaving behind. And I keep saying, he is that stone that people knock their feet on and they fall and they expose themselves. They become naked and we see them for really who they are, And the tide, what is going on, you can just see that the momentum is just on the side of the obedience. It's just on the side of righteousness. Let me just put it that way, because this is fighting darkness and light. And everything that is unraveling is unraveling. There is nothing that when the time is right for truth, when the truth is ripe to drop, nothing, the propaganda, the lies, the shame, nothing lies can do to cover the truth once the truth is ripe. And we can see that the truth is ripe. Of over how many years this man has been dragging us. Nobody has been able to pin him down. But just look at what has happened. Coincidence have conspired. It is just divinely orchestrated that at the end of the day, he's been disgraced on the biggest platform internationally, where everyone around the world, he will be exposed. So right now, Tinubu is that person that is walking around with shit that everybody will be running away from. It's just a matter of time. Agbati will soon start distancing himself. All those that have come out in support of him, they will soon start distancing themselves from him. It's about time, but it is already too late. We've already seen them. They say, breeze don't blow, we don't see far unyash. And this is the classic example. We are now seeing everybody for who they are, you know. In regards to, I think I wasn't really there when you are talking about this lady, the one that stole billions. What's her name? The former minister of petrol, Desiani.
Alison
Desiani. Yeah, you know, I keep telling you, man, when a woman wants to do something, she will do it worse than the man. And you can see she has shown how brazen she can be. It is catching up with them. And is it not sad and shameful that it is only on the international stage that we get justice? Is it not a great shame, a poor reflection on the country? The deprivation in Nigeria is deep. The way the canker worm has eaten into the fabric of our society is deep, that people are not able to stand and have the courage and strength of their conviction and say no. Instead, they kowtow to envelope money that is here today and gone tomorrow. In this day and age, I was just on my timeline, I saw this lady on this YouTube while I was looking for Niger Watch. That this lady, one of these young girls in BB Niger, won 120 million. And I looked at it. 120 million, my brothers and sisters, is nothing. 120 million can go in a jiffy. It is nothing. So how much are they going to pay these people? If it is in the billions that they give them, it will go. The Samania and Co., what a disgrace. I wish, honestly, I wish that my path will cross with one of them. It will be on video. It will be on video. Let me just put it that way. Because I cannot understand how they shamed the judiciary. They put all the good and honest judges that have judged with wisdom, with fairness and honesty. They've made all of them to be lumped in one basket as evil, satanic people. They've tainted the judiciary with the kind of verdict that they gave, that even a child, you don't not just a child, a baby, a mumu child even can tell that this justice was bought. They will not be able to sleep with themselves. Their shame has started, and it is not going to be long. They are going to be taken off that seat. As Tinubu is sent to jail, they will follow him. I strongly believe that prophecy at the start of this election, you know, there was a pastor that prophesied before the results came out that Tinubu they will steal the mandate and give it to Tinubu, but he will be sworn in. But let us rest assured, he will go to prison. Are we not seeing that something like that is going to happen? And they are doing everything within their power to prevent it from happening. But they cannot stop what is about to happen. It has already come. It has already happened. They cannot stop it. It is a shame, a big shame. Let me leave it for now. I can't remember the topics that were presented. I don't know if I've covered, if there's any that is there any topic, please? Can somebody jog my memory? I was busy doing other things while I was in the background.
Yeah, Lady Busy Bee, there was one about Femi Gbajabiamila talking about increasing the minimum wage, by another 10,000 based on a so-called Twitter rant or something he said of that nature. Let me use the word X rant. Chatter.
Yeah. You see, is he not the convict, an ex-convict? He's one of those that is going to follow his paid master. What is 35,000 naira, for God's sake? And that is supposed to be even for federal staff, isn't it? Federal staff. In all fairness, is it proportionate to the increase? So what were they even paid before? Then tell me, why would the system not be so corrupt? Why would the civil servants that David Umahi blocked or locked out will not be, in fact, the reaction they gave was even tame. Because these are people that maybe walked from their house to the office, and you are blocking them, adding salt to injury. And now you are coming to give them 35, saying 35, and it is 35,000 for 6 months, isn't it? The wage is, there's a cap to it, isn't it? I think I read somewhere there's a cap. It is not, the way the increase is not, I beg to be corrected. But you can see how unfair these people are. They are totally,
yes, it's for 6 months.
Can you?
Yeah, our principal even spoke about it today.
Please, human beings, please, can you even imagine? Can you 35,000 for 6 months? Then after that, go back to normal.
Lady Busy Brain, sorry.
Yes.
You used the word unfair. They are not unfair. They are clueless. They don't know what they are doing. It's not going to do with fairness. They are completely clueless and incompetent. They don't understand what it is to govern people.
And Sister Rita, the thing is this, right? I don't even see it. When I was even saying unfair, what was in my mind was diabolical.
No, let me correct something. The salary, the minimum wage is 30,000. They have added 25 to it, making it 55,000 a month.
What is even 55 then?
They are trying to justify themselves that are paying you now 55,000.
For 6 months.
For 6
months. For 6 months, then you revert back to the 30,000. Does that even, how much is petrol to take that? How much do they enter to go to the work?
$50 a month.
Lady Busy Brain, 1 minute left, so that it give us a mandate to speak.
Okay.
Thank you.
They will pay rent. They will pay school fees. It is wickedness of the highest order. They are just trying to buy people intentionally. Their Babalawo say that this is the number of people that you need to buy. Because if it does not make sense, there is something behind it. Even somebody that is just finishing, even a child from Alamajiri school will do better. Because if they are leading from the heart, they will not give this kind of stupid proposition. Stupid proposition. If they have a heart, they care. Where is Oga Chris? He really put it to me that if they care, it is the lack of care. They've got no sense of care. They don't care for their people. They don't. How can you come and say 55,000?
Thank you, Lady Busy.
You think you've done well. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm sure I'll come back. I'll try and go back to the beginning and see if I can catch up.
Yeah, I think Give Us Our Mandate is the next person.
You can go ahead, Madam Rita.
Are you sure?
I said go ahead. You're asking if I'm sure.
This segment is for all. Just intercept. Want to intercept? Just
okay. Yes. Okay. I think I would speak on.
But I think it's also good as Madam Rita is following up with the time. So, but you can go ahead, ma'am.
I'm not following up with the time. I know she spoke for, but you know when somebody is flowing and it's making sense, you just let her speak. What am I going to talk? Okay, Alison Madweke. I think that the Busy Brain just said, it seems that, these foreign countries, they're just showing Nigerians how incompetent the judiciary system is. Even the so-called EFCC is. Judgment is selective. The law is selective. The constitution is selective. The issue I have with it is, okay, EFCC has stated that this woman collected, proceeds from bribery and corruption, properties that's worth $100 million. I think the amount is even more. But they failed to mention all the culprits. I think I heard one or two persons that they named, and one of them sold his ship and all that. But it's more than that. Even Goodluck Ebele Jonathan I believe, is part of it. So I think the United Kingdom is doing their part. I mean, it's in the jurisdiction of where the role she played in their country. I guess that's what the UK is just following up with. But in all honesty, Alice Madueke did not have the proceeds of corruption, bribery and corruption on her own. The bank executives, which bank transferred those monies? Are we going to call Toli Elumelu, Jim Ovia, the likes of IG Mokwede and all those people who, the bankers, the so-called bankers that we see? Are we going to call them and say, okay, this money went through your bank? If it's any bank, Jim Ovia, okay, are you going to tell me, like, I mean, the CEO or chairman of this bank, are you going to tell me you're not aware of it? Which bank? If they really want to give us all the full details, I don't expect EFCC to give us everything. They might redact some things, but however, Alice Madueke did not act on her own. There's a lot of people along the trail, along the food chain. There's a lot of people, but she's just the one getting all the brunt of it all. Listen. The people who helped Alice Madueke, including Goodluck Jonathan, including Patient Jonathan, most of them in the presidency, they are all in it, for crying out loud. They are all in it. So it's unfair for everyone to just keep pinpointing on that without mentioning these actors, state actors and non-state actors who participated in it. Some of them, okay, I see being the Minister of Petroleum, and now Peter the Rock Obi is saying that you don't steal petroleum in your pocket like a pack of sweets. There are people who are involved. The Navy is involved. The Army is involved. People in the government are involved. Non-state actors are involved. Most of all these entrepreneurs, the so-called rich big men that we see every other day and you revere and you think you are inspired by them, that are doing legit business, they're all involved in it. So why are we pinpointing on Alice Madueke? There's a lot of people involved in it. Those are the kinds of information that Nigerians need to really see, and they will say, okay, this is justice. It didn't start from somewhere. And I believe, I will say allegedly, but I believe that Alice Madueke has been threatened from day one. Her life or her family is threatened if she mentions and brings out information, because that woman has a lot of information about some really big people in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria, that have participated in siphoning money from Nigeria and our oil. So it is unfair. If we're singing her name like a canary, they should also give us the liberty by giving us information to sing other people's names, as well. But the United Kingdom is doing what they're doing because, I mean, she laundered illegal funds to their country, and they have a rule of law there, and they will not tolerate it. I mean, look at the likes of James Ibori now, the likes of the former Senate majority leader, what's his name? The one from Enugu with the organ harvesting thing. He's in jail there. Yes. So it just seems that listen, the young people of Nigeria, the entertainers, the genuine entertainers, because I know some of them are not genuine. The genuine entertainers are the ones uplifting Nigeria's name in the world map. They're the ones giving us a good name in the world map. The so-called constituted authority, the so-called people in the corridors of power, the so-called people who are the custodians of our tax. They are the ones taking our money outside Nigeria, disgracing our nation, devaluing our naira, and then they come home and they're doing Thanksgiving in church and donating, and the likes of Kumuyi will say, let us pray for them. Hello? You cannot mock God. So, Alice Madueke, she's not the only one in this racket. Yes, it's a racket. Every single one of them, including Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. I will say it. Let me use the word allegedly because of Mr. Nigeria Watch. But she's under his administration. The buck stops at his desk. You can't just be signing. This is petroleum, one of our main exports, if not the only export that Nigeria has, because all we do is consume. We don't make anything. So before anything is authorized outside Nigeria or any money is exchanged regarding crude oil, Jonathan will be aware. Who was the GMD of NNPC? He's aware. It's all a racket, for crying out loud. Alice Madueke did not act on her own. She did not. There are state actors and non-state actors. I think I remember it was last year. I think one of the men that was mentioned, I say he owned one property in whether it's France or the United Kingdom, is connected to this Alice Madueke's case. They now use Sheyi Tinubu as a front to rebuy that property again. So you can see it's a conglomerate of criminality, rascality.
That's one Atiku.
Yes.
One Atiku.
Yes. So see, hello, what are we talking about here? That woman has a lot of information that we don't even know. And I'm sure she's been threatened from the time this issue came. If she dare do this is what's going to happen, because these people are dangerous people. They are dangerous people. I guess the only thing they will tell her, okay, any amount that you need to cover yourself, we will do it. But if you talk or if you mention this, this is what's going to happen to you, this is going to happen. I think her husband was a retired Navy person, you know, a rear admiral. I can't remember now her husband, but really and truly, from Jonathan as the president of Nigeria, you know, he's involved in this mess. You know, so let us not to ponder about the woman. We should start asking the right questions. The former EFCC boss, I knew he came sometime last year or so. I watched the program on Bola Ahmed Tinubu's TVC and said, when they asked him a question, the panelists actually asked him a question and said, this issue of the bra worth millions of dollars that they said it was bedazzled with diamonds, or as Mr. Naja said, corset, but her hair was a bra. Was it really true that they found something like that? The young man laughed. I don't know whether if he was lying or if he just wanted to clear the air. He said it was nothing like that, you know. But that story is still lingering, and I think whatever proceeds that they recovered from, and they said it is more than $100 million. Can you guys calculate what $100 million is in naira now? As a matter of fact, the value of $100 million at the time she was arrested, I think that is when Buhari did 8 years. So we're talking about 9 or 10 years ago that she was in Jonathan's government. The value of $100 million then and 2023, do the maths. Google is your friend. You know what the value is. It's just like Bola Ahmed Tinubu's, the forfeiture of $460,000 as at 1993 is about $1.something million. So you can imagine it's a lot of money. I don't want to even use the conversion to naira because naira is worthless right now. But that's a lot of money for one person. That's a lot of money. It's not a joke. You cannot just amass that kind of money by yourself. Bank executives are involved. Good luck, Ebele Jonathan is involved. So many of them are involved, but they need to be called out. And for Peter Obi, you know, I think Peter Obi, my president, I'm very proud of that man. I'm very proud of him as a Nigerian. At least I would say a man of his age group, you know, internationally known, I would also liken him to the majority of the younger Nigerians who are uplifting the name of Nigeria internationally. Peter Obi is one of them. Yes, he belongs to that league. Because everything he has said, everything he has done has been like an open book. And I think that with such a leader, he has set a template for every political office aspirant. He has set that template. So that's why right now, he has set the template to say, okay, before you want to come out to serve the people, you should prove to us and verify that you have been serving the people from the time you want to, from the time to when you say, okay, I want to serve the people and I want to go into politics. Prove to us this is what you have done. And also tell us who you are as a person. If your name is Peter the Rock Obi, Nigerians need to know who is Peter the Rock Obi outside certificates. We need to know you outside being a husband or a father. We need to know you as a character, because your character will determine how you are going to lead the nation. Your character will determine the kinds of decisions that you make on behalf of the nation. Your character will determine on how you respond to the people that put you there. Your character will determine how you will lead every aspect of this executive, or the lawmaker, the judiciary, and that's the 3 tiers of government. Your character will tell you, how do you manage these 3 tiers of government? Is it independent? Are you hegemonious? We need to know. So he has set the templates now. Who are you? If you want to be a political office holder, we need to know you. It's not your education, who your mother is, who your father is, your wife, if you are married, what is your sexuality, up to that. We want to know everything. We want to know which company you led. We want to know who you really are. He has set the template, and that's why majority of Nigerians right now, we are questioning anybody that wants to be anything politically. Anybody right now. because Peter Obi has set that template. And he has also set the template for the Nigerian judiciary to say, see how America does it. This is how it's done. He has set that template. In case, maybe they may not realize it now. Peter Obi is setting the template. And I think Mikano, that's Atiku right now, is also indirectly following that template because he has now realized, even if he has a record in the US where Mr. Jefferson went to jail with $150,000 bribe, this is not allegedly, is there, you know, from Atiku, you know, and then the issues with his ex-wife Jennifer and all that. They have those records. So right now he wants to now look, before he retires from politics, he wants to have the face of being, you know, I am standing on a matter of truth. I am a good person, or this is what I believe in. You know, we must bring the truth out. We must say it, and you must respect the people. They're all getting that vibe from Peter the Rock Obi. He has set that template generally, in case we might not even be aware of it, but I think going forward from last year's election till now, this is it. So anybody wants to come for Edo State governor right now, that template is already there. We need to know who you are. What are your antecedents? What did you do? Who are your friends? If the governor that is imposing you, why? We need to know. We will dig out everything. Listen, if you want to be in politics, be prepared for them to know who your great-great-great-great-grandfather is, who your great-great-great-grandmother is, what she did. You want to know it. And, you know, it's not necessarily because we want to judge you. You know, give us that option to accept who you are.
Is it time
Just
check
give
now?
give us that option to accept who you are. If you were a bad person, if you were a felon before, tell us this is who I am. And perhaps people will be inspired to say, you know what, to do bad thing is wrong. You understand? But for this man to come out and say, this is who I am, and I want to serve you, it shows the kind of character that you have. Bola Ahmed Tinubu doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. So I just want to thank God for Peter the Rock Obi. Let me give somebody else, you know, another time to talk, because I think the other topics I want to talk about. So whoever's the next person can go ahead.
Update.
Well, thank you.
Update. Update. I was just talking with my friend that teaches at CSU. The U.S. Marshals they cited in the campus actually came to handle something with regard to the depositions that are going on. The depositions are going on as we speak. So by tomorrow, they should round up. So they've, I mean, Nigeria should take a cue. You see why I always ask, who is in control of the law enforcement? You can imagine a judge sending the U.S. Marshals to see that this thing is done. I mean, U.S. Marshals, you don't see them every day on the streets in the U.S.
Not even in Chicago. You know, states also have their own marshals, right?
Yeah, but the U.S. Marshal, remember, if an FBI agent or Secret Service will be arrested, it's the U.S. Marshal that they send.
Is the marshal bigger than FBI?
Yes, they are the ones that arrest the FBI, and the Secret Service and even guards the president.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's why I keep saying, who is the boss of the Nigerian law enforcement? Here, you can see it's the courts. To the extent that they are not, Prof, that my friend was like, what in the world did we do to invite the U.S. Marshals in our campus? You know, but Nigeria really needs to sit up. So they came to sort of supervise the depositions that are going on as we speak. And I think they said it will be over by 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So all those people are being deposed and they have their documents they already need. So I don't even, there was no gag order placed on them by the judge, you know, as to whether they can release it to the news media. But hey, you guys can release it to us so that we will be seeing what you're seeing too.
No, do they need to have any gag from the judge to release to the media? Whenever, as soon as it's released, I mean, a copy will be kept in the court or maybe in the public domain. That becomes a public information. I mean, Tinubu is in for something. I just wish the American, once FBI start releasing these documents, can just probably fly to Nigeria.
I mean,
Just get his ass over here to
Nigeria
come start
should
this
learn.
great term.
Yeah, they should learn from it. That okay, like all these our Nigerian these panel tribunal justices, if they don't know it, they are in. Because I can bet you somewhere down the line, a Ganifa Emi will come up again and rope all of them together into a RICO charge. So they are all conspirators, even if they are thinking they are okay now. The same way they sentenced some people to prison when they were sitting on the bench as judges, that's the same way they will end up in prison themselves. So Ariwola and you guys in the Supreme Court, straighten up, because the eyes of the world are on you. I mean,
Okay.
even if you cannot read or imagine, you can read that findings and order of Judge Maldonado. You will see that it's like a 48-year-old lady is teaching you guys law. Teaching you guys how to be neutral and look at things and look at merits, forget technicalities. And that technicality was what she also noticed when she told the Tinubu lawyers that if they come on appeal, it's like giving them advance notice. If you come, denied. If you're trying to put any other thing that will stall the release of these things, if you bring it, you'll be denied. And then they went through all the circuit court judges. None of them accepted them. Doesn't that tell you that justice works here?
Okay, can I take my position now?
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, thank you very much, everyone. Today has been a wonderful time in the history of Nigeria, honestly. And one thing I want to
give us
see
Amade because now my birthday. Let me can be wonderful time, wonderful day.
well, I mean,
this special package for him.
This is the best birthday gift ever, like Engineer Francis said. And you know, I think since this is midnight or since early morning, I was on the sending message. So happy birthday once again, and then enjoy the cake, enjoy the soup and everything, and then enjoy also enjoy also the pepper soup where Atiku they serve. Ogule
go beg.
Shogolere. Remy, Emeloni Mokwe, Wale Lo enter house. It's Elvis. You don't get the video of that boy we say in the laugh. That boy they laugh. Maybe look for the video. Remy, enter house.
Hey, which boy is that? Okay, who you want laugh? Who you want laugh?
Now Remy and the husband now.
Okay, more laugh them, small.
More laugh them small.
Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God.
It can't be like Guinean language. We have to do book of.
They laugh down. Their grandfather go disgrace himself. They laugh.
My brother,
and he looks like he can pass for a little.
My husband is not a magician.
Boy, I mean, he did magic in Chicago State University.
He did magic with INEC now.
He did magic with Mahmoud Yakub.
I don't purge now. He did purge and walk up and down to find George.
You know, there was one revelation where this one of Nadeco person, one of the founding members of Nadeco, Dr. Lloyd, there was one revelation he gave on violence space that he usually bring himself this. He said when they were together with this Shongolere, that Shongolere use divide and rule tactics. They now have Igbo Nadeco, Hausa Nadeco, and Yoruba Nadeco. That Shongolere was 10 years older than him. Now, the man is 70 years old, but Shongolere is 71 years old. Dr. Lloyd said Shongolere, mother, from every calculation that he made, that Tinubu is 10 years older than him. But today, Shongolere is 71 and Dr. Lloyd is 70. That means this guy has been practicing criminality since maybe inside home. So, and the question is, the Yoruba crumbs eaters and the Begri eaters and the Albaku of Lagos, all of those people, Almajiri of Oshogbos, that are saying, Omowani de Kosheo, Ibo Lomoyi ba dancing, Omoyito lo forge certificate in Chicago State University. Omoyi ole, Ibo lo ba dancing. Oje koju ti ogo yin koju ti yin. Wole Soyinka Ibo lo wa. Wole the head of pirates. Where are you, sir? Ibo lo wa. Jade. You see, this is show of shame. It is ridiculous. National embarrassment. And you could hear the echo on Rufai's voice. He said, did you see what Niger did to us? Niger. Do you know, sir, that when Shongolere left France, he was going to fly past Niger airspace. They told him, for where be that? Where? They even bullied him on the air. Me, I'm only waiting for when FBI will start releasing this document on Shongolere. And possibly they can do what they did to Escobar and some other presidents. Ewa Beniasorok, come and carry him. Ewa come and carry him.
You're going to jail. You go to executive jail.
Come on, Ewa Shongolere, come and carry Yekini Amoda Tinubu. Come and carry him in Asorok.
Jail he escaped when he was young guy. He's now at old age. You go into that.
At old age, when Dr. Siam will say already, Tinubu already got his boarding pass. He should even be grateful that all of the criminalities that he has done, all the people that he has spied, God still gave him this time. Maybe God even gave him this time to repent. Like a prophet, like a king in the Bible, Ezekiah, that God gave 15 years and he robbed 15 years. Maybe the same thing was what God did to Tinubu. And say, you know what? Even though you have done all of this evil, I'm going to give you this chance. And when he has already got boarding pass, waiting for his road time to be called, Tinubu is telling people in Chatham House, power is not serve la carte. Like you will say, bo bulese, and in my say they say, what is your baby? Tinubu at your age. At your age, father gave a speech, the wife gave a speech, the daughter gave a speech. So what they are telling you is that if the father's speech does not convince you, maybe Remiso will convince you. If Remiso does not convince you, maybe Iyaloja General Aho will convince you. What a nonsense! This is how ridiculous this country has become in the hands of this. I mean, I don't know. Before December, dollar will eat $2,000, 2,000 naira if care is not taken. $1 will be about 2,000 naira. Because that's when people will be sending money home for Christmas and doing different things. And people are importing things to sell for Christmas. Ah, man. And we said that if truly this guy is a Tinubu family, they should have come up by now and say, we don't know him or he's our brother. Don't drag him this much. Nobody has been ever been able to come out. Maybe you buy all of them. We don't know. But what a disgrace. Even with this old revelation, people like Bayo Ononuga, the corn eaters, the man. I don't know. This is how sad. This is how bad the country has gotten to. That people cannot stand for what is truth anymore. They sold their conscience.
Onanuga and company are pushing that man to his grave because all this hope they are giving him, oh, not this, and Supreme Court will do this. This U.S. situation has now put the Supreme Court right on
In a
top
tight
of the
corner.
top.
In a
So
tight corner.
it's interesting that we will go to a foreign country and get justice, but come home, justice grows eyes and legs and starts recognizing who you are instead of being blind. And even when the US and the UK, for instance, what the UK did to Ekweremadu, if it was in Nigeria, Ekweremadu would have been free.
Oh,
and
he
what
was sleeping in his house.
Yeah, and what the US did in this case, that tells Nigerian justice system that they are supposed to be behind the David against any Goliath. And
but the
that
question
means,
is, how do you feel that Samani or Tsunami how would they be feeling now? A 40-something years old lady gave a judgment without technicality. It was just based on the evidence of the case. But Sumani in his 60.
Yeah, she made them look stupid, especially
Yesterday,
when she was commenting on what she.
As yesterday, I don't know where I got that information that the Areola is having problems trying to select his team for the job, but they're all declining.
Two people said they are not going to sit.
Nobody wants to sit on that case. So he already has a problem on his hand already.
And that's the whole thing, because nobody wants a taste of that evil fruit. If you go there and give them your mind as a justice.
But I mean, this country, honestly, the youth, we need to decide how we want to go. If someone like David Ende is doing what he's doing, the youth, we need to arise and tell these people, activate Amechi 101, Amechi 101, activate Amechi 1, begin to look for stone, activate Amechi 101. Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Give us our mandate. Thank you very much. I think the next person is Engineer Francis, sir. I think it's your turn.
Oh, okay. Actually, what I was going to append to what I've said earlier is for the Nigerian courts to really learn. Because now, at least that lady Maldonado has taught them that justice is justice. Justice is not technicality. And especially in their level where they are supposed to deal with constitutional issues, they are supposed to look at it, not technicalities. Even like Onanuga and Ogala were arguing or trying to impress on us that whatever Atiku brings will not be acceptable. Well, if Atiku brings this thing to show that this lady's signature on this certificate was forged, even a specimen of the two certificates, that's the one that they redacted, wiped out the name of the student, you can see a day and night difference between the two certificates, which means this man presented forged document. It doesn't matter if he is at a year 3 of his presidency when this comes out, you should pull him out. So I guess I'm trying to telegraph this to the Supreme Court. Please, don't give us any more technicalities. We got enough of them. Deal with the Constitution and the real issues this time. And if Ariwola was having problems or is having problems getting the justices that will serve in that particular case, well, you, Arawola, will do something. You know that admonishment you gave those new judges that were inducted to keep their head high and not waver or succumb to any kind of a bribery that comes. Just have another meeting with your justices and let that be what you guys will all adopt. If you do that before you now ask who will serve, I bet you they will all raise their hands that they want to be in that panel then. But if you're going by this crooked way this man is forcing all of you to go, I'm sorry, you have a big problem in your hands. You, when you hold that meeting, in your opening statement, you tell them that you made the first mistake by going to that Eagle Square on May 29th to swear that man in, knowing that that 25% was not there. Acknowledge that as your mistake, and then tell them that they will have to accompany you to come and straighten it up. If you don't address the nation or acknowledge that as a mistake, and you convene a panel tomorrow that will hear the rest of the appeal coming to the Supreme Court, we will know that you have not repented. And if you have not repented, you're still presiding over that nonsense. So we know the direction you will go. And that's probably what your justices have seen, and they don't want to be a part of it. Now, there is a limit to where Tinubu can go. He is at his last edge right now. If this woman at the Chicago State University will file that lawsuit for forgery, in the US, our law is so simple that even a small boy, once you look at the real thing, you will know the truth. It's not in Nigeria where you guys play hanky-panky. So we see the document. We see specimen from other graduates of that same year. We see that this one is different. We see that the signature on this one is forged. So we know where the law will be, which is that this is forgery. So if you think there's a way the US will maneuver and make it not forgery anymore, forget it. And to tell you, there are a lot of Nigerians that are professors at that Chicago State University too. So believe me, there's serious pressure on them to be on the right side. Your money cannot buy Chicago. Your money cannot even buy a grain of sand here in the US, because the grain of sand on the road stands for the right thing. So it's time for somebody to to stop the bleeding. This man is going too far. And let me remind you what happened with Noriega. He was the Panamanian president then, Panama. When the US court had enough of him, though he worked very closely with the CIA, forget it. And when they indicted him, he's like, that he's the leader of his own sovereign nation. But guess what? The time the US Marines stormed Panama, he ran to the Roman Catholic church and hid himself in the sanctuary. Do you know what we did? We said, okay, the US parked along the street and brought the loudest loudspeakers and started blasting rock and roll music. Then the Reverend Fathers in in the place said that these people are playing satanic music, that they are disturbing the peace of their sanctuary. That was how they now said, Marega, sorry, you have to leave. And that was how he was arrested and brought to justice here in the US. So, Arewala and the company, do you guys want a situation like that to embrace Nigeria? Believe me, US can go out of their way just to make sure that justice is served to that lady, that her signature was forged. And to prove that forgery is very, very easy. In fact, Atiku's documents that he now has will even show the blind. Even Stevie Wonder will see that forgery in this document that Atiku brought. So if you guys want to go by technicality, let me ask you this. If your vote is your voice, if your vote is your voice, how in the world did this man maneuver and shut up 200 and, well, whatever number of millions that came to vote, shut them up, diverted their voices, and you are there supposed to be the last arbiter of justice? Please, you guys should stop making us ashamed of our motherland.
Thank you
Stop
very
this.
much, sir. Thank you very much, Engineer Francis.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think the next person is Mr. Mashola, and I think after Mashola is Dr. CM.
Okay. I don't have much to say. It's just that what I wish next is for University of Chicago to have a suit of character defamation of their school on this man. Everybody that has any information to make sure that this guy goes to jail, I'm interested. My aim is to see him behind bars, because Nigerian senators too, majority of them still don't have certificates. Majority of them, they're just there. And that's why they can't, as we are talking, there's nobody talking about impeaching him now. They are all lounging based on the fact that they are on holidays. If they come back from holidays now, they won't say anything sensible, because a bunch of fools and thieves, rogues, criminals in that house. The cleaning Nigeria needs, I don't know whether through our democracy we can clean Nigeria clean. If not, it's only military, I think, that can clean Nigeria, because a lot of people go to jail in Nigeria. A lot of people. Desiani that you're talking about now, yes, we know it's not only Desiani that stole the money, and she has refused to talk. If you are her and she's listening, if you have any information, start talking, because you won't go down alone. Because when it gets to a point, when they hold Tinubu will talk. When they hold Tinubu in his balls, he will start talking how they have been stealing money. And many people go down with him. So, Design, if you are smart enough, there's no need hiding and keeping people. The new Nigeria is about to start. So, any information you need to give to the new Nigerian, as you can see, your grandchildren are all laughing. That small boy is laughing at you people. You have stolen and stolen. What you have stolen, you want to steal the next generation blind. Obi is coming, and there's no way you can stop it. There is no way, nobody, no judgment. Nigerian judges, continue fooling yourself and embarrassing yourself. Because the more you do all these things, the more you make Nigerian professionals look stupid. Because when people leave the country, you go to school and you graduate, and at the end of the day, your certificate is useless. You can't use it. You can't graduate in Nigerian university and come and say you want to work in a foreign land. You're as good as you have not done anything. And I won't be surprised the next thing, maybe by the time people want to come to school here, they'll not start scrutinizing Nigerian certificates, all because of one kingpin.
They've started already. It's already ongoing, my brother. Tinubu has told people into trouble.
Because many people went to school in Nigeria. Yeah.
Our passport has no value anymore now. Our passport. So
I didn't know the passport has gone. The fact that Nigerian university certificate will render useless very soon. Very soon. And it's because of people like him. Because if Tinubu like him can go to a foreign land and forge their own certificate, who is a Nigerian university that they can't forge their certificates here? When Nigerian university, those who have they don't have data. If it just be in Nigerian university forge now, I can bet you they won't find this information. They would have told you that I got burnt at one point in time. That's kind of country we are. Foreign lands, they keep the data is very important to them. As far back as 1976, you still have your details. Nigerians, Amechi 101 is what the options we have now to start using now. There's no need with taking this case to Supreme Court. The whole world has already judged the case already for us. So if the full world has judged it and we are still looking at going to Supreme Court to still go and fool ourselves, because to me, going to Supreme Court is just a waste of time. But I know based on the fact that, okay, let this matter go to Supreme Court and let's see the judgment. It is the judges we are looking at now, because at the end of the day, they might stone most of these judges. Because you have put people to jail already based on some of this information, some of these things this character has done. People that forge certificates, some of them are in prison. Some people that spend fake money, they are in prison. So if you say yes, what Tinubu is doing is good, that means everybody that's in jail that has done forgery should be released. Because you have to be fair to those who are in jail now. And if you say this, our colleague, your colleague, no, it's not even our colleague. We don't know him because we don't know where he comes from. He should be in jail.
Thank you very much. You're very right. He should be in jail because even the young man who steals a bunch of plantain is in jail. He's rotting there. There's nobody to defend him. He's there for like 5-10 years, and he tell you what is his crime. He was hungry. He stole a bunch of plantain. So it's unfortunate. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is as damaged as in Nigeria itself. So we shouldn't be surprised. Thank you very much, Mr. Marshall. I give you 30 seconds. I think the next person is Dr. CM, and after Dr. CM is I'm seeing F. Emmanuel. Mr. Nigeria Watch, I cannot see the other names at the bottom, but maybe you can put out the name so I can see it. But Mashallah, 30 seconds and Dr. CM takes over. Thank you.
Okay. To conclude in 30 seconds is the Nigerian future does not want corrupt people in as leaders. People beyond older than Nigeria should stop portraying us as demons, people in government. Make children of the next generation know that yes, going to school is good, and getting a certificate, you have to read and get your certificate genuinely, not from the window. Thank you.
Okay. What more can we say? I'm actually, I think like I've said before, I hope I'm coming
You're
out.
far away, sir. We can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So like I said before, Nigeria's credibility, let me say credibility, in the eyes of the world now is in tatters. You see, some people may like to gloss over this, maybe because some of us are in the Western world. Then we understand what they attach to genuineness. Somebody told me that the certificate coming out of Nigeria, which most of these European, say UK universities or whatever, what they have a little regard for is NYSC. Because they've told them, their ambassadors in Nigeria have told them that NYSC is not a test of academic brilliance. It's just for you to go and do parade and do one type of community service for 1 year, in which you are told that you are issued the certificate, no exam, you don't write any exam for it, just do community service, and then you serve your country in whatever capacity they give you and in whatever location you are given. So it's like you are cooling off. after a rigorous academics exercise. That is what it should be. So they take that one as if it's like you have to pay your bus fare. If you pay your bus fare, you show the ticket. It doesn't matter whether you wear suit or you don't wear. What matters is you paid it like any other person. So all those first class you carry from Nigeria or second class, well, they may look at it as okay. We have cases here in which people may come with a first class, register for masters. They will tell them withdraw or let them take a postgraduate diploma. If they pass that one, then they can re-enroll them for masters. Or you come for a PhD, they will tell you that, look, in fact, they weed you out. They will even tell you, if you say, no, you are not up to the standard. Or they refer you to English language class. So there are a lot of, but this weren't like that before. So Nigeria has gone down. And then with this Tinubu's forgery, imagine going to forge. So there's something that we are not even afraid to go and forge a certificate of a foreign university. Which means if it were, assuming Tinubu said he attended the University of Ife or Ibadan, or any university in 1979, who are you? Who is the VC not to authorize this? The mistake he made, if at all I will say, is that he claimed a foreign uni. If he had said, oh look, though I stayed in Chicago, but when I came back, I attended the CSU University and I finished 1982. By now, at most he give the just call the VC, say come and take 200 million naira and then let this end. The thing will end. You see, that is it. If Nigerians should learn, because if this is a learning period for Nigeria. Thank God that Obi came out and all these things are coming out. People will now buckle up. It's a total disgrace to Nigeria. And there's an angle from one Ostachidoka brought to it in his write-up. He said they expected that school start would have been okay, according to the constitution. He said Tinubu did not even attach primary school certificate, because you must any certificate you claim, you attach it to your INEC form, which you submit to INEC. So Tinubu did not attach primary 6 certificate. Tinubu did not attach secondary school certificate. Tinubu he only attached Chicago State University. And Ostachidoka is saying, from the look of things, because he did not show primary and secondary, and the university now is forged, if it's proven as it's going to be, it means that he didn't attach any certificate. Therefore, he did not satisfy the requirement to be on the ballot. So, so he did not satisfy the requirement to be on the ballot. So that is what Ostachidoka is saying. And that is another angle to it. I know Ostachidoka is of the PDP. So probably this is what they will be looking into. That, see, he left the space for primary and secondary blank. He only put a university thinking that we fool anybody. Now that university is forged. So it's as good as you didn't submit any certificate. So that is another pending case. But be that as it may, I must today, I've not lived in America, but those of you that are living in America, I think I can believe American justice system. If this type of thing could happen, we dispatch immediately the Judge Nancy Maldonado dispatched it without wasting time, looked at the merit of the case, found out that there is really no need appealing, it's forged.
Dr. CM, they say your voice is too low.
Yes, I think I'm 1.5. So I'm trying to.
Oga CM, your voice is too low. I wanted to say it as well.
Really? So I think so. Okay. So like I'm saying, let me quickly
try and put the microphone. Try and put the microphone in front of your mouth.
You don't too chop. You don't drink British milk too much.
Wait, listen. I know.
Where you take enter here? This man, I enter here.
We got the boat.
He said I did enter the window.
Look at this British man.
We got the boat window. Anyway, like I'm saying, I wish Mary Odele should come and see what is called an upright judge. not coming before a day before the judgment, he come and deliver one stupid lecture that those that the thing won't fail for shouldn't bring the roof down. You see the nonsense that week, Mario Dele, where are they? All those people, this their clique. That's how they win cases. Let them see Nancy, a judge in America, where things are done properly. You look at the merit of the case. Now look, and this is, and she's not even a chief judge of a United States. She's just a district high court judge. You see, but their things are done properly. In fact, tonight I love the American justice system. I must doff my hat. I salute the courage. I salute the courage of that judge. She's really an upright judge. Like I said yesterday in the Merchant of Venice, where they said, "Oh, say my time is over." Okay, thank you very much. Let me not rock the boat. So hopefully, if I have time, I come back again. Thank you.
All right, before you move on, let me quickly appreciate Amaka Fojebe. Thank you very much, madam, for the super chat. May God bless you. Your text said, Mr. Elvis, happy birthday, best wishes. Your labor of love will never be in vain. As mountain surround Jerusalem, so the good Lord will surround you and your family. Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. May God bless you, madam. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you. I can see even Mr. Alex just coming in now. Okay, we're on a day since. See my people.
I want me ask and say, how am a bad day tonight? Nine draw Black Panther come here when a Black Panther and I go drum come off for house.
No, Black Panther, I bless.
I me send signal to run.
Mr.
Rajawash, let me quickly use this forum to quickly felicitate with you on your birthday.
Where you get since all these days?
Okay, make una let Mr. Alex talk a bit, then followed by Black Panther. Go ahead,
Yes,
Mr. Alex.
okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Najawash, Madam Rita, Dr. CM, Black Panther, everybody, give us our mandates. I want to say euphoric and bountiful, greetings from the stables of Mr. Alice to the whole world, viewers worldwide, and of course, those on the comment section. Thank you. Najawash, I say felicitation to you and many more years and good health. The best, or everything you wish for yourself and your family, may it be granted to you on your birthday and many more. Thank you. I want to say to you for all the good work you're doing, the political work, the media work, all the zazas and the storms you've been withering for us. I say thank you on your birthday. We appreciate you. We love you. So do not mind haters. Enjoy your day. You will see many, many, many more years. Thank you so much. So am I going to use this opportunity to continue my vivacity? Okay, thank you.
Black Panther. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's such a shame that...
Una don't read this platform, Abi?
No, they give preference to those. No, they give preference to those who are joining from...
No, don't worry. You will come to my court in the US. You will see what justice is about. Don't worry.
If you are not happy, go to court, my brother.
I beg, we could have not ring one love. I don't know whether I don't talk since so now them CM. That's CM I go for that.
Don't worry.
Okay. I want to thank everybody. It's such a shame. How are the mighty falling? Tell it not in Gath, publish it not in the streets of Askelon. Lest the daughters of the Philistines rejoice, and the uncircumcised triumph. A country as great as Nigeria, with more than 50 million sound minds who are roving around the world, building economies, building industries, administrative stratas. We are exporting expatriates to the whole world. We cannot produce sound minds as leaders. How is that even possible? A country where you have the best doctors across the globe. You must mention Nigeria. The best scientists, some of them, you must mention Nigeria. The best nurses, midwives, giving birth to destinies in America, in Europe, helping women to bring forth the future of Europe, the future of America. Most of those midwives are Nigerians. we cannot give birth to our own future. What a paradoxical entity. We have to continue to push for the right thing. I'm happy we still have, among the lots, we still have people who believe in justice, people who believe a new Nigeria is possible, people who will not curtail, or who will not be, suppressed with the abnormality. They've made abnormality normal in Nigeria, and thank God, some of us have refused to bow to the pressure of economic policies, insecurity, lack of basic infrastructure. So we have to keep pushing. It took a lot of years for the slave trade to be abolished. It took a lot of years for Yugoslavia to go down, and many beautiful countries came out of it. It took a lot of years for the colonialists to leave Africa physically, even if we still have the neo-colonial and imperialism going on. Even that one is shaking already. So nobody promised us, Obi never told us, or Labour Party never told us, or God never told us it's going to be one day fight. It took 40 years for Egypt to get to the promised land. Even when they were in Egypt, for Israel to get to the promised land, even when they were in Egypt, it took a lot of signs, a lot of miracles, a lot of struggles for them to be delivered. So gentlemen and ladies, I just want to encourage you, just want to let you know that you are doing the right thing. Looking at what is happening in US, it's a national disgrace. Tinubu should be on his knees right now. It should be on his knees. The DSS, where are the DSS? Where are the DSS? Is it how to go and kidnap the Kano in Kenya? Is that all the DSS is about? Where are the unknown soldiers who shot people at Lekki toll gates? Where are the soldiers responsible for the defense? Mr. Black Panther, you have to. Okay. So, Mr. Black Panther is like noise is coming from your side. So for me, justice, things we avenge themselves. Mother Nature is arranging things for Nigerians. The blood of innocent people being spilled due to bad road, due to bad medical care, due to insecurity, is crying to God for vengeance. God said, not even one strand of your hair will fall without my notice, let alone human life. They cannot escape from it. They can't. If they will not do it peacefully, it will by itself, it will explode. A political implosion, a political cataclysm, it will come on its own. It's natural. What goes up must come down. So these wicked men and women, their activities are coming down to destruction, coming down. It's going to melt. If we could have a global meltdown, Nigeria case is just infinitesimal. Do not give up. I believe justice will be served. I believe a new Nigeria is possible. I thank Mr. Peter Obi for standing still up to now for a month of Sundays, for donkey days and donkey months right now. The guy has been tenacious. Do you know what it is to pay one senior advocate in Nigeria? I don't know how Obi and his team funds their legal litigations. I don't know how. I even wonder how the family is coping with the tension and the psychological trauma. The wife, the children, the cousins, the little ones, even the elderly ones. I thank you, Mr. Peter Obi, for letting us know it can be done. You told us from the beginning, Ahmed Dati said, we should fasten our seatbelt and enjoy the ride. It's going to be a long ride. Yes. Thank God it's happening now. It's happening nowadays. The walls of Jericho are being brought down one way or the other. Maybe Nigerians are the ones that will finish the work because the hunger in the land is uniting everybody. The prices of foodstuff, the obvious or the conspicuous or the palpable sense of wickedness from the leaders towards the people is joining everybody together. They are waiting for that set time. I don't know where it's going to start from. It's going to come. It's going to come because they are not even thinking of fixing the refinery, fixing electricity, or restructuring, roundtable, visiting the national confab of 2014 by Jonathan Goodluck. They are not even having a national discourse, like a set of leaders who are serious. They are not doing nothing about it. And you think it will go on like that? No. We say capital rejectment to that. Something will happen. Whether it will happen in the east or in the south, I don't know. But I know something is going to happen somewhere. Something little is going to trigger it. and it will be the end of this fraudulent country called Nigeria. There will be no hiding place for them. So I thank Mr. Atiku, even if I don't like mentioning his name. These are some of the people that have killed Nigeria, that has imported a generator to facilitate electrical darkness. But I want to thank him for at least probably listening to the sense of reasoning, because Atiku and Tinubu, they brought in they brought in Buhari. Go and watch the videos. Go and verify. So I'm surprised. How come the guy suddenly gone this far to try to expose this man? So I'm very happy. I'm proud of him. Anything to kill your enemy is allowed. When your house is on fire, you don't ask somebody who's giving you fire extinguisher, what is your name? What is your color? What is your past? You collect that fire extinguisher first off the fire before you think about something else. Savage your things. So I don't want to know who is doing it. At least it's being done. I thank you, Mr. Niger Wash. I thank all of you who are not even here, all of you. Those who are not Irene's finest, all of you. Mommy Diaspora, all of you. Niger Wash, all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We may not be available on the platform. Most times we are always at the background. Most times we are fighting these people who are fighting our network, who have singled out some of us. So thank you, Mr. Najawa. This is my humble Logomaki, and of course, my Logomaki, I live without Logo Apache. I say F. Caristol.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother, Mr. Alex.
Karigo Apache.
Thank you, thank you. All right, Black Panther, thank you very much for joining us, my brother. Please talk to us, so that everybody can have a 2-minute submission.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Elvis. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now?
No, Kabuturi.
How old are you now? How old are you now? How old are you now? Hip, 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 hooray! Hip, 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 hooray!
Thank you.
More grace, my brother. More grace. More grace on this level you have attained, and you are going to go higher than the highest, because your God has destined you to strive more than what the ordinary eyes can see. You are moving upward and forward. Today is a day of joy. Joy to the world. That is who you are. You are joy to the world. And history will write it down, because you have been among those who have been destined to fight to change the trajectory of the of the nation called Nigeria. What our forefathers started, you are partaking to end those Lankoyan and vampire organizations that have been dragging us down. And thank God, we all are part and parcel of that work going on. It's still work in progress. We thank you all. Thank everyone that has participated in this. And I want to say, may God bless every one of us. And we are going to celebrate many, many more years, and history will speak for us. So I want to say here is that what is happening in Nigeria is it's as a result of consistency. It's as a result of boldness. It's as a result of courage by those who love their country, by those patriots who want to stand for the truth. And we have stood for it. And I thank God we are not relenting, we are not falling by the wayside, but we are moving forward. In as much as many of us, sometimes we get weak, some of us will pull them up, because we are both in this race. And we are going to finish the race with a flying color in Jesus' mighty name. I want to say here, what is happening is as a result of us seeing the beauty of justice. How justice works, no matter how it is, whether you are high, whether you are low, justice work in a country that have the foundation, in a country that have people that sat down together to write what will take this great nation, America, to the next level. It might not be perfect, but we know that the foundation has been concretely laid. That is what we are looking, and that is what we have been saying. That is what we have been preaching. That when the foundation of a nation is right, then we can build upon on top of it. But if the foundation is not good, we cannot build on it. That is where we are now. We cannot build on corrupt foundation. We cannot build on nepotism. We cannot build on my brother have it all. We can't build on it. We can't build on corruption. That is why we are all here to make sure that there's a new foundation. We might not be the one to enjoy it, but we are setting a pace. We are setting a foundation for those generations that are coming before us, after us. We enjoy it. And I thank God we are dedicated to this true just cause. And I want to say here, concerning the former minister of oil that they are investigating, I want to stay here categorically clear. I don't care who is part and parcel of it, who participated in it. As long as they catch up with the first one of them, the law caught up with you, because the law cannot catch up with everyone, per se. So as long as the law has caught up with one or two, let justice clamp on that person and let judgment be made on her. I don't care. I told you guys, I don't care about these people, because these people are more wicked. They are dangerous. They are the same class with terrorist people. So when you terrorize your people, you don't want people to rise above the sea level. You are a terrorist too, and that is what they are doing against us. So I don't care about them. If they like, let them fall sick and they throw them to the hospital. They don't see medication. That is their business. Because those that are perpetrating, that are working with this government, many of our heroes were down. They took them down. So what you sow is what you are reaping. We are not sowing a seed of evil to our country. Rather, we are sowing a seed of good to our country. That is why we are that which is blessed. And we will remain continually blessed as long as we stand on the trajectory of truth. We stand on the trajectory of truth, and we are humble towards this cause. And I want to thank every one of us. I want to pray for everyone that may God continually bless us. May God continually give us the strength to keep that flag flying. I know many of our patriots in Nigeria might be down. I know it's a tough time, but we are going to walk alongside with you. We are going to see that justice. We are going to see that we get to that Eldorado where we all rejoice. And one day we will come out as one nation and say the national anthem and celebrate our new independence, because we are still under the vampire republic. So therefore, I want to thank everyone. Thank all those guys that are in different areas of the world. Thank the diaspora. Thank the Nigerians that are on ground. Thank everyone. Let us keep it going on. It will be tough. Our PO has told us it will be a long road. Let us enter the ride and let us ride on. We will face the turbulence. We will come out as strong, more stronger than a lion. I want to thank Niger Watch. Today is a blessed day for you, and we are celebrating with you, because God said we should celebrate with those who are celebrating. We are not mourning with you, but we are going to celebrate you to the highest mountain. The Bible says you are like a city set upon Mount Zion. You cannot be hidden, because God has prophesied upon you. You can never be hidden. He said you are like the tree planted by the riverside of water. You will flourish and bring forth good fruit. Your fruit cannot be rotten, but good fruit. That is who you are. You are a light to the world, and you will light all the evil out. And we are doing it together. As long as we are together, we are going to get to our destination. I thank you all. May God bless every one of you. bless Sister Rita. You're a great woman. You have stand for the truth. I love you because you give us some kind of, some kind of gas into our system at times. It makes us stand upright and we move on. That is why we say there come a time where a lady will come out as a rising sun and say, I want to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I will say, yes, the time has come for the ladies, for the women to take charge. Because we men have failed, but the time is coming for the women to rise up. And I know God is building one lady that will get up and face the men and take power from the men. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Black Panther. Thank you. All right. Let me give opportunity for One Love to talk to us so that we can round up the show. One Love, sir, if you're there, please talk to us. Good evening to you, sir.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And love and more money, more dollars, more pounds.
Your network is bad, sir. One Love, your network is bad. We can't hear you anymore anyway. Or is it my fault? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, that means it's fault. So sad, we can't hear you anymore. All right, okay, because we can't hear One Love anymore, even when you are muted, so your network is terribly bad. Let's round up this. Okay, we can hear you now. Go ahead, sir. Please talk to us.
I say, may God continue to bless you. Have more years to come, more money, more pounds, more dollars. No naira, because naira is dead on arrival until Peter Obi gets into power. Yeah, not many more years to come. More children, more blessings to you, Mr. Niger Watch, for everything that you've done for us Nigerians. I want to use this opportunity to actually thank David Undeyin for his investigative journalism, and for people like you also, Niger Watch, for putting more light to this secret life of Agbado that we never knew much about. By the grace of God, all of these things are going to come out, and we shall see it with our own very eyes. I don't want to say much because it's late, but I just want to let everybody see the differences between Nigeria judiciary system and a system that actually works. If you can recall way back when Peter Obi and Labour Party went to the court and they seek for a permission for INEC to release the electoral record. If you recall what happened, it was back and forth. It was just like kicking the can along the road. INEC would tell you, come today, come tomorrow. We assure you, we assure you, we assure you. They disobeyed court order and nothing happened. And what did we get? The judges were, basically scolding Labour Party and Peter Obi for even not trying to use a different means to get those records. This is a country where court orders are disobeyed and nothing will happen. This is a big difference, with what happened in the US. The judge gave an order within 48 hours. That order was obeyed. If CSU had gone against that order, forget it. CSU would have been a place of no education right now. You can never do that in a system that works. So everyone, I want you to see the difference between what we have been fighting for, what Niger Watch is fighting for. We want to have a system that works, a system where a judge will give an order and that order cannot be disobeyed. That is what we want. Agbado's own is finished. Let him just pack his bag and be leaving. Because as we speak, the former president of CSU has sued him. He's going to be going to court to answer where he got a signature from that never belonged to someone who was presiding over the school for many years. So let's keep our hope up. We still have a case. I know Atiku is fighting this for his own pocket, but God works in a mysterious way, He can use somebody that is probably your enemy to get you where you want to be. So for now, I just want to thank everyone in the panel, thank everyone who has been supporting this cause. We still have a battle ahead of us. at the end of the day, we are going to be triumphant. Niger Watch, please, you need to go and rest, get some wine, get everything, whatever you want to do it. But this is your birthday. I'm going to let you go and let everybody go. Happy birthday again, and I wish you many more years. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, One Love. Thank you so much. A big amen to your prayers. Thanks for your kind words. Thanks for always being there. Thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. My people on the panel, it's time for us to end this broadcast right now. It's been a long day. Let me give 2 minutes round for the people that is still right here with us. Anyone that is available to just stick to that 2 minutes so that we can round up the broadcast. So let me quickly go according to the way it is on the panel. Amashallah, are you still there with us, sir?
I'm still here.
Thank you, Mashallah. Thank you.
All
Final
I have to
submission,
say,
2 minutes. Thank you.
all I have to say is everybody's dream of seeing a good Nigeria is still alive. And the fact that all these revelations are coming up is to the fact that a new Nigeria is possible, and we will walk into the new Nigeria majestically with those that are meant to be behind the bars behind us, in Jesus' name. Thank you.
Mashallah, God will bless you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Augustine, please, your 2 minutes, sir. Final submission.
Okay. My final submission is to Niger Watch. Thank you for job well done. The journey you started last April, like you told us last year, April, you see where it has led us. You've had more converts because you made the wise choice and a very upright choice. People are flocking to your patronage, so to speak. So keep it up. Just know that people are coming to your platform because of the position you take or you have taken. If you step out of line or you deviate anywhere, you won't. You can't learn the use of left hand at old age. You should be born with it. So I wish you well, like everybody did. May you continue. We'll see to the end of this. P2B will reclaim his mandate. And today, being the 2nd of April, 2nd of October, because of the judgment from a U.S. court, I will repeat, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. Thank you and good night.
CM, you don't speak like Lincoln, no?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Augustine. God bless you, sir. I appreciate you for always appreciating me. Thank you. It's a collective effort. I appreciate you as well for the energy, effort that we all have put into this. We still have a long way to go. So let's look forward to what is going to be happening tomorrow. Thank you very much. Let me see if Mother Busybray is still there. Mother Busybray, are you still with us?
I am sleep won't catch me. I said they could finish with me today.
Thank you. Please, 2 minutes. Just quickly give us final submission, 2 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, just to say, with the results, the certificate or the position or whatever that is going on in America, I just hope that whatever information that is going to be given to us will not be redacted. And I just hope that at the end of the day, with the Agbado camp, the Agbado camp are saying it will make no difference. It will make a huge difference. It's going to give a lot of us closure to know that we were right, that this man was not smart. People have come and said that he is smart. Look at the policies that he's rolling out. Look at the ways he's making decisions. Smart equates to somebody who has wisdom. What has he done since he came in Has he shown any wisdom? What is wisdom about him? Nothing. Nothing. Criminality can never be smart. For somebody to be said to be smart, they would have been able to hit the ground running like they said they will. Everything is trial by error, guessing. Then they will reverse decisions. The fool has been exposed. You see the power of propaganda? They've been telling us that this man is smart. A lot of the people that are following him on that premise that he's smart, forgetting that a criminal can never be smart. There's a day that he will be exposed, not because he's smart, but because he's a fool. He's only a fool that carry on to do criminality.
Thank you.
And I pray that this is an inspiration to show that no matter how long it takes, that the evil that men do will either catch them or live after them. And
no, live with them.
It will live with them.
Yeah.
So I pray that with all that we are doing, let us be honest. Let us not be hypocritical. Even in our day-to-day lives, when we have the little opportunity to take advantage, do we take it? Do we take advantage? Do we cheat? Let's not be a Tinubu. These are times that when opportunity come for us to make decisions that are good or bad.
Thank you, Mother Busy Brains. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mother Busy Brains. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you.
Happy birthday once more.
Amen.
That
Thank you.
cake, you have to send it virtually.
I will say this, we are in the same country. Don't worry, I go post and come your postcode.
Yes, so
thank you so much.
Queens people.
Niger
right.
Wash, you see the new certificate is out?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a big difference from what he submitted.
Don't catch him.
The guy said he studied accounting. I think the one I'm seeing said special education or something. and the person on it is a female.
We will elaborate more.
Woo! Glory.
How smart.
Tomorrow.
Thank
you.
It was a female that attended the university, not a
man. What a disgrace.
Nigeria.
The violence going on, eh?
Well, when he said that it will cause irreparable damage, we are now seeing it.
Can you imagine Nigeria? Oyibo go say Nigeria with forgery, that country. Okay.
I saw a tweet of a man in South Africa. He said, everywhere Nigerians, everywhere you go in South Africa, you see Nigerians. They'll have one rundown cyber cafe, but they'll be driving expensive cars. And then there was a video of them actually with luxurious, exotic cars. But something said they could even be making this money honest living. But this man has gone ahead and given us a bad name.
Exactly.
That with your hard work, people just think it is drugs.
Okay. Thank you. Everybody. So the certificate is currently circulating. Mute yourself. Noise is coming from somebody. Where is that coming from? Thank you. Please stay mute. That is the original certificate right there on screen right now. Why this one is the one Tinubu submitted.
Chineke.
So you can see that.
The fakeness is very real.
See the original one, and look at the symbol. You can see the symbol there.
The logo.
Yeah, the logo is changed.
Look at their
where
logo.
Is that Benjamin? Go back again, Niger Watch. Look at this signature, Benjamin H. Is it Alexander or something? Where is it in Tinubu's copy? Show Tinubu's copy again.
The problem now is that the reason why they want to sue Tinubu now is that he lied against Strika. How did he manage to forge those signatures? That is where problem.
And
They
remember,
not
he
do
blamed
better
them.
job for Amo.
He blamed them that they made a mistake, that they made errors.
Yeah.
He is going to jail. He is going to jail. There's no magic. Old man going to jail.
To be honest with you,
very, very sad.
if the US will just fly in, pick them from Asoro, go put them for jail,
Let me
it will change.
put the both of them together so that you guys can see properly. One
There
moment.
is a website where people make this type of certificate. I think David Dunde, you talked about it. That was what they did. The people that gave him this one, that was what they did. That website is what they used.
Exactly. There's a website that does it. There's a website. I know. And Augustin, no worry. The US is cooking a good meal for him. You just let them sue and finish.
Aye.
You see what is going to come up.
Man.
Where is Onanuga and what's the other one?
Where's Reno? Where's Reno?
Where are they now?
The
Reno
goats.
Mercury.
The goats from hell. Where is he?
That man came out from Arise News. He said they were in the same accounting department. Imagine.
So which means they were in the same accounting department. They gave people genuine certificate. Can't give them Oluwole own.
Oluwole own.
Oh dear, these people, they don't finish Nigeria, I beg.
This one is not even accounting now. Make it bold. You see everything. This one is not accounting now.
It's in a business and the administration. Yeah?
Okay, I've put it together now so that the comparison can be visible. You know, that is it there. That's the both certificate.
Aye.
You know? So the
This
difference is
clear. This is 7 Up now.
Number one, the logo, the seal is.
This is 7 Up. The difference is clear.
Monumental disgrace.
Mr. Elvis, the name is not showing on the original one. No.
Well, the original one is not for Tinubu now.
They redact that name. It's not for Tinubu.
Okay.
Yeah, they blanked out the name of the person.
The blank are out now, not here.
And if you see, they wrote the
Black Panther.
The Bachelor of Science and
yes, sir.
In
How
business,
is that
in a straight?
How is
in a straight line? The Bachelor of Science in Business and Administration is
now they talk now. It not be accounting did there now.
Well, I
don't tire for this, but it's not really criminal. They not package and way for her. If I go somewhere, go do them now.
Even Oluwole don't cheat them for this one.
Shebi at the tell on a saying a career criminal. People still they wonder. This is a career now. It don't make
my belly is sweet, yeah. It is sweet too. Tonight I go drink wine. Celebrate this.
I go like make it go jail. Make them come carry him for midnight so that CNN can announce him in the morning.
SDM, it looks like he has indirectly kicked himself out of the field because if he had a school certificate like a WAEC, he didn't put it in his application, so he is now done. Because when this one gets knocked out, his educational space will be blank.
So that's what Ostachidoka was saying. He said the implication of this is that when this forgery has been removed, it means technically he did not submit nothing attached to the form. So INEC should not include him on the ballot. Can you imagine? A president of a country, the largest black country in the world.
But let me ask this question. Does it mean that INEC doesn't have a department, maybe in their legal department, that does these verifications when people submit?
You do not understand.
The Constitution does not give them power to investigate, but they give the power to the party.
Let me tell you, you just ordinary you doing it. If you submit to INEC, they will investigate this. Tinubu dumped millions for them. Everything just Look, if you want to win an election in Nigeria, carry like 500 million, dump for INEC. Carry like another 500 million, dump for judiciary. That's all. Case
No,
closed.
Augustine, your electoral law now be the problem. You know, give power to INEC to go on that trajectory of investigating or verifying it because they say it's colossal. So the constitution now gave it to the party. That was why you see Agbadu when he was going for president, he went for an interview of verification. They gave it to the party.
No,
So the party can do whatsoever they want to do.
no. If the constitution gave them power to receive any document, you should at least do an initial, make an initial effort to verify that document.
They said
So
the constitution gave them right to when you receive
at least to
when you publish when you receive you make it available to the public so that whoever wants, maybe your opponent who you are contesting against or other party, they can go and look at it and start investigating so that
exactly.
if anything they take you to tribunal. But INEC didn't bring Tinubu's own. It did not show it. So because if it had shown it, Atiku would have looked at it even before, since last year when they filed
would
the
have
application. They would have looked at
at
it
the campaign
and then
level, the pre-election stage.
Exactly. They would have looked at it, contacted Chicago, say, is this your certificate? Chicago will say, no, this is not their logo. So on the basis of that, they will say, this man is forged it. But INEC did not make it available. Do you see it? That's why they said INEC won't investigate, look at the certificate, but you make it available such that anybody can come and see what you submit. So it is now left for your opponents and the other party to say, look, this is what I submit, this is what you submit. Let me go and investigate others in case. So look at what Tinubu did, the president of a country. And
I think if
oh God. And
if the House is very smart, they should start their impeachment now.
No, he shouldn't be impeached because he was never there rightfully. So if you go the avenue of impeachment, just throw it out. Impeachment is for somebody that was rightfully elected, but did something. So the House and the Senate don't have anything to present on impeachment because all these things he didn't do it when he was president. He did it before.
What I want is anything. I want to trigger Americans because I don't trust our judiciary. I want anything prosecution, make it happen for America, so that when FBI release their dossier on him, from there they go gather information again. In fact, I want him to be jailed in US. Let them jail him, carry just like Noriega. Just all of us go to sleep only to wake up in the morning. BBC or CNN go announce say the president of Nigeria is in one jail in Chicago, high security jail. Say American intelligence service have picked him up because of the crime he committed. You see, that is what we want. Because if you leave him, he can't go jail in Nigeria now. He cannot. He can't. So look at what somebody is presenting with which to. Do you know that in 1999, it wasn't Chicago he's presented. It was University of Chicago, Bachelor of Science degree, economics. When they took it, he said, no, he no go Chicago. Afiku Yomi, na Tokumba Afiku Yomi, na him fill the form for him. All those government college, Bado, government college, Rikmo, Lagos, St. Paul's, Aroloya, primary school, all those nonsense. Carry everything full there. So this time, he said at Chicago State.
Okay, let's round up, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Let's continue from tomorrow. Hopefully, we are going to be hearing we are expecting a press conference tomorrow from Atiku's lawyers, because everything I'll be giving to them now. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
And by then, they must have finished the depositions too.
Exactly. So thank you very much, my people, every one of you that came into this panel today. You guys have celebrated me. I just want to say I'm grateful for every one of you that celebrated me today, financially, with your prayers. Those of you that joined the panel, those of you that called in, every one of you that have supported me, that have prayed for me, that have celebrated my birthday with me today, genuinely. I want to say thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you. I can't thank you all enough. I'm very, very grateful that my birthday is today, 2nd of October, and everything happens to be, hey God, everything that we've been fighting for since April, that happens to be given out today, 2nd of October. I don't know how this happened. I didn't foresee this, but it's only God. It's just only God.
Positive coincidence. Positive
Yes,
coincidence.
exactly. Positive coincidence. Because I didn't see this coming. But nevertheless, let's continue to keep our fingers crossed. We're gonna
All
have
the Agbado channel, they go do post-mortem now.
yes. We don't have anything to talk about. All of them are in their house weeping now, regretting their useless lives. Because at the end of the day, you cannot see what is wrong and continue to be supporting it, in the name of Napolitis. That's the
Now we
most
can,
annoying part of it. People will be saying
now we can see.
Napolitis now. What are you talking about? Everybody's losing their lives. People, a lot of people is buying every day, hunger everywhere. Then you are supporting satanic person. You'll be telling us saying politics. What are you talking about? Thank you, my people.
Those of us who study with lantern for Nigeria with the waste time, will use
Thank you.
lantern and kerosene. Oh God. Eh?
Now we
Thank you,
can
my
see
people.
why Judge Maldonado was very angry when she said that she's not going to entertain any more delay or any petition from, because she has seen the two documents, so she sees that she's looking at fraud, and the Nigerian
CM, you say your own Atlanta. Who will they pull it for inside water
All
and
right.
chocolate? Not book no sleep.
It's true. It's true. We try,
Thank you,
struggle,
my
get
people.
degree.
Let's round up. Una just start again. Make we round up. Mona goes.
No, this is
Thank
a
you, my
great
people.
day.
Tomorrow,
This is a great day.
Yes, tomorrow I might likely be coming out early, but I'm going to follow up with the breaking news. Depend on what time it happens, I'll be on air. So everybody keep your gadget close to yourself. In case you receive a notification, join us and let's take it the way it is. Because I'm looking at it like it might happen before 6 p.m. So obviously we might be coming out before 6 p.m. But if not, then 6 p.m. we're gonna be here again. The time of America is quite different from ours. So yeah, but I don't know. But I'm close to my gadget though. Thank you very much, my people.
Please, Niger Watch. Black Panther, you that is in US, between now and tomorrow, research whether this thing can lead to Tinubu going to prison in America so that you brief us tomorrow. Just
Okay.
find, thank you.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
do the assignment. Thank
Engineer
you.
Francis can do that as well.
Yeah, all
Engineer
of you in
Francis,
US.
yeah,
All of
yes.
you.
Thank you, thank you,
Okay,
thank you,
okay,
thank you,
okay.
thank you. All right. So everybody stay mute for now. Let me give my final submission. And God bless all of you that join me today. Once more, thank you very much. And let me quickly appreciate those of you on the comment section. Thank you, Tony Africa, Nosahare. Thank you, Amazing Grace, USA, PM8, Lady Eugenia. Thank you, Money Olagbiya. Thank you, Imo Sokre, Madarita. Thank you very much. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. We appreciate every one of you. Jane, thank you. Ijedima, thank you, thank you, thank you. Daniel J, thank you. Now God bless all of you. Now, for those of you that supported me today, I would like to quickly acknowledge you once more. Madam Tusabi, Peggy Modi, Patricia Osariti, Nofe, Ijidima, Aquabata, God bless you now. Thank you so much. Then we have Stella, Imasemendo, Didi Anthony, Josephine, Iserian Gabriel. Thank you. Lady Eugenia, thank you. Madam Rita, thank you. Chike, thank you very much. Ella, IG, thank you. Pat Osas, pepper them with love. Chris, Everline, love God is my strength. Martin, Benjamin, Michael, Ganemaro. Now God bless you now. Grace Cantidu, Joshua, thank you very much. Engineer Francis, thank you very much for becoming our member today, sir. Great Mind, thank you. Ade Adobo, thank you very much. Eva Line once more. Amaka O, Louis Okonkwo, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate every one of you. CKP, thank you. Blessing, thank you. Now God will bless you now. Folashade, thank you. Hillary, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Amaka E, thank you. Agatha J, thank you. Then we have Jaja, thank you very much. Mazi, Prince, Akwashi, thank you very much. Grace, once more. Thank you, Madam Irene's Finest. Thank you very much. Ezewango, thank you. Pius Moye, Seven Girl Mede, Nosahare, and God bless you, my people. We have Vero Ogbe, although I'm repeating name again, but as soon as I repeat them, Vero Ogbe, thank you very much. Imam Etuk, thank you. Nikki Oko Ogo, Dr. Alexander Gomez, thank you. Gift I want for Faith Gode. Thank you so much. And God bless every one of you right there. Glory once again. Almashola, thank you. Sheda Spina, thank you. Madam Ame Bright, and God will bless you now. Then we have Madam Busy Brains, thank you very much. Then we have Amazing Grace USA, Mr. Joseph Orji, Sports Cam, thank you. Liz Enauro, Blessings Family TV, Angie Bright, and God will bless you now. Wow. Benis Peterson, Sue Berry, thank you. Esther Onagise, and God will bless you now, my people. Thank you. Then we have Frank Emmanuel and Amaka Afojebi once more. Thank you. I'm grateful. Let's continue to stand for what is right. Let's continue to do what is right. I'm grateful. Please join us again and let's continue from where we stopped today because we are getting there. We must get to the bottom of all this by tomorrow. Thank you very much, my people. I will say, permit me to end the show right now.